My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history. My family wins championships.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family.
There's no family like my family.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
UFO's Active Recovery. Because life keeps you on your toes. Because you want to shine when you rise. UFOam technology absorbs impact with every step, so your body doesn't have to. Because standing still gets you nowhere. Get yours today at ufos.com. Feel better. Feel the U.
Bronk,
What up, TB?
what do you think my next move should be? Give it to me straight. Maybe it's just time I hang him up.
I got one word for you. Retirement. If you retire now, you're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week. Just come to Florida and feel the wind in your hair. Retirement is like winning another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
On the Spotty Network, this is what Tom heard.
If you retire now, you're soft and weak. Just come to Florida and win another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
Just go win another one.
Like it's that easy, Gronk. Maybe it is. I still feel like I have a lot to accomplish.
My goal is to win one more.
And Gronk's coming with me.
I'm retired from retiring? Mom, where are my football pants?
Don't trust big decisions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the GOAT in 5G.
And I'm not soft or weak either.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
And we are live from McKeon Ballpark, the side of Midweek Western Division Tilt. I'm Drake Toll alongside Austin Dakuda in the Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center as your 11-6-4 Hyannis Harbor Hawks meet the 8-5 Bourne Braves. Austin, this Harbor Hawks team has only lost one game in its last 12, and they're on the cusp of taking the #1 spot in the CCBL, and they can get even a little closer tonight.
It's rare to see such a team that is so well balanced in the Cape Cod Baseball League. They don't rely heavily on their pitching or just their bats. It's everything for the Hawks. They're top 5 in almost every category league-wide. They do a great job of getting ahead early in the last couple of weeks, which has really catapulted them to success, and their pitching has been phenomenal all season. A bullpen that is the deepest in the league. I mean, starting pitching, too, has been great. Even with the changes in and out, Ty Good early, switching them out, getting some different guys in, and it's really maintained a steady success throughout the year.
And hello to Jackson Baumeister, comes out on the bump for the Harbor Hawks. In his first appearance on the Cape, he didn't record an out, and he allowed 4 earned runs. Since then, he has been lights out, certainly settled into his own.
Yeah, Jackson Baumeister is a guy with all the skills. You hear about it as soon as he got here, how electric that fastball is, that breaking ball that's, 15 miles difference from the fastball, and how he is one of the most heavily recruited high school prospects that landed at Florida State, a guy who's on top of a lot of big boards for the 2023 draft, and we're excited to see him and how he's progressed and improved throughout the year.
Yeah, and not only that, the offensive side for the Harbor Hawks, defensive side as well. Top 3 in the league defensively. These guys have locked things down, and the offensive run production has been there as well, especially with late-game heroics on the 4th of July.
Yeah, and you've heard the pitchers like Jonathan Fincher talk about it. When you have a solid defense behind you, it makes it so much easier to pitch. These guys trust who's behind them, they pitch to contact, and they're not afraid to let the ball be put in play.
Yeah, spoke to Coach Kevin Ohm, the acting manager of the Harbor Hawks before today's ball game. We'll take it now to the coach's dugout show. Drake Toll here, Coach Kevin Ohm in the dugout show, and Coach coming in today as the acting head coach. No wins, no losses, and 1 tie on your ledger. How do you attack this game?
Well, we're going to attack it the same way we do each and every day. As coaches, it's always a team effort. Eric puts a lineup together. He'll put it in a group chat. We all talk about it, discuss it, give them our opinions, but then at the end of the day, we come to an agreement of what we're going to do, and so same thing as today. Even though Eric's not here, he really is here.
Coach, you got 3, 4, 5 pitching gurus all on this staff. In a league where it's so important to throw strikes, throw hard, and be good on the bump, what does that mean to this squad?
It means a lot. I mean, you got Ray Korn down there in the bullpen. The guy's been around forever, and he's got just a ton of knowledge. But, you know, he may be coming across trying to help a guy with mechanics or something like that, and may put something in a way they don't understand. You got myself, you got BJ, you got Eric and Pablo. Maybe we hear what he's saying, and we can tell them in a different way that they understand it.
For you, this team, you know, Eric's mentioned it too, seems to have a different chemistry. A lot of summer ball teams, they don't click necessarily. It's work. You know, you show up at the ballpark, you get your job done, you go home. But these guys don't feel like that. Is this an environment that's unique to you?
Most definitely. We said it the other day. This is a special team for these guys to be able to come together and truly desire to play for each other the way they have done so quick. It's a lot of fun, and it's some energy that you typically don't see, like you said, in a summer ball team, something you see in college, but these guys have brought it here.
You got Tulloch on the mound across the way today. How much do you look into opposing pitchers going into a game, especially when you're facing a lot of guys who are, you know, top 3-round draft prospects every night?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to lie and say we don't look at them, but in a sense, you're in the Cape. You're going to see a top arm each and every day. We look and see basically what are their pitches, what do they throw, and how do they like to throw it. And we just basically tell our guys, you got to be ready because they're going to bring it.
Talk about Jackson Baumeister, a guy who comes in his first appearance and doesn't record an out, goes 4 earned runs, and since then has been lights out. One of the best pitchers on this staff. What has made that change possible for him?
Well, to his defense, I think he might have been a little nervous getting out there the first time, but after that, he's been Baumeister. You know, he was a top pick out of high school. Went ahead and went to FSU. I won't lie. We have worked with him some. He's starting to learn the slider. Also, just working on his release point and whatnot. But he's a gamer. He likes to pitch.
Looking at the last game, too, that tie against YD on the road, 4th of July. Unbelievable finish. Still kind of riding that high coming into today. How do you keep the bats hot and the guys focused, especially after such a monumental, not even win, but a tie?
Well, I'll tell you this. I mean, we talked about earlier. This is a special team. You know, we'll bring it to them each and every day, challenge them to tell them that, hey, today's a new day. You know, nothing's going to be handed to you. You gotta have to go out and take it. And these guys are up to that challenge.
Last question, with Coach Beatty out there watching tonight, do you have any special socks on in his memory?
I do not have any special socks. Although, you know, I'm not a socks guy, but we did find a sock store on Main Street, and I did buy a couple. You know, I'm kind of a cornhole player. I love to play some cornhole, and I found some good cornhole socks.
You heard it here first. Kevin Ohm, cornhole player. Drake told Kevin Ohm pregame dugout show. Send it back to you guys in the booth. Austin, it's almost game time for McKeon Ballpark, and Coach Ohm said it. This team's got that moxie. It's going to carry them a long way this season, and hopefully we see it tonight.
Yeah, they're so resilient. You saw it in the last game against YD. 3 runs and 3 hits going into the top of the 9th inning, trailing 2 runs. They put a rally together, tie the game, and escape YD with a tie.
Well, we'll take it down to the field now. You have a new view, a camera from center field of Jackson Baumeister, who opens up the game for the Harbor Hawks today. It is a Wednesday evening Western Division tilt, and let's meet the starting lineups for these two teams. Leading things off for the Bourne Braves is Carson Rocafort. He's playing in center field out of Louisiana Lafayette. Following him in the lineup is Matt Shaw, shortstop today out of Maryland. In the 3-hole, Brennan Malone, a left fielder from Oregon. In the 4 spot at first base is Chris Brito from Rutgers, batting 5th for Bourne. Evan Slate, a right fielder from Rutgers. In the 6-hole is Wyatt Hensler from Penn, the designated hitter. In the 7th spot is John Peck from Pepperdine, who's playing at 3rd base. In the 8-hole, Thomas Frick out of UNC, who's catching, and batting 9th is Bryce Eblin, the second baseman from Alabama, on the other side for the Harbor Hawks. Say hello to Jackson Baumeister.
Well, say hello to a power fastball combined with a 76-mile-an-hour breaking pitch that keeps hitters off balance all game long. 8 innings pitched on the year, 12 punch-outs, just 6 hits allowed, and he has settled in since his first start. Got off to a slow start, but he's really had 2 dominant outings, including a 4 innings of shutout baseball in Falmouth just a week ago.
Well, let's play baseball on Cape Cod. Carson Rocafort will step in and be the first batter of the Bourne ball game. A beautiful day at McKeon Ballpark as well. Weather sitting at 76 degrees and the wind blowing straight in, and blowing hard it is. There he steps out of Florida State. Jackson Baumeister, the big righty, with about 45 MLB scouts here in attendance to see him throw.
Packed house tonight again, including that bleacher reserved behind home plate.
Baumeister starts our day from the windup, and the first pitch of the ball game is away, and a called ball, fastball, low and outside.
You're going to see him lean on that fastball a little bit early, try to sneak it by the hitters. It is 95, which makes it incredibly tough to catch up to.
The 1-0 pitch to Rocafort. He'll wave and miss at that one. Rocafort out of Louisiana Lafayette, his sophomore season. .374 batting average, .435 OBP, and his slash ends with .671 slugging, 16 home runs, and 68 RBI. The 1-1 now. That one's taken for a strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-2 and a 92 miles on the fastball from Baumeister.
And there's a good example of what makes Jackson Baumeister so special. He's able to locate a fastball right on the outside corner at the bottom of the zone, and there's really nothing Rocafort can do but watch it go by.
Now the 1-2 from Baum. There's a cut and a miss. Jackson Baumeister, start your day the right way with a strikeout.
How about Jackson Baumeister? He knows he has a better fastball than what these hitters can handle, so he's just going to blow it by you until you put it in play. Great start for Baumeister, 4 pitches and a punch-out.
Rocafort gives way in the lineup to Matt Shaw, shortstop today out of Maryland. Shaw, a pretty balanced hitter, 40% pull, 19% center, and 44% oppo, but does favor oppo, so maybe we'll see the infield reflect that. The first pitch that he sees from Baumeister. That one's cut on to the third base side. Mitch Jebb has it. Mitch Jebb throws and records 1 pitch and the out.
We talked about it a bit in the open, how good this defense is behind Baumeister. You saw it right there, Mitch Jebb. He's as fundamental as they come, and for a third baseman, he has terrific range. We've seen him at second and short, and really anything to that side of the infield with Jebb and Patel is oftentimes an automatic out.
Stepping into the box, Brennan Malone, the Oregon left fielder. If you're thinking, Brewster has a guy named Brennan Malone. Well, this is Brewster's Brennan Malone, now with the Bourne Braves today. First pitch he sees from Baumeister. There's the breaking ball. Curve at 78 for a strike.
That's a heck of a first pitch to find the zone. And, yeah, Malone was in the 3 spot for Brewster for much of the season. So, a talented hitter.
The 0-1. There's the breaking ball again. Curveball 77 for a strike.
I mean, what can you do but watch that go by? It's slow and it moves right through the zone. And by the time you realize it's a strike, it's already in the catcher's mitt.
2 down here in the top of the first. Jackson Baumeister get a call time of his own. He's ahead 0-2. There you go, fastball high and outside here. Show me your high heat.
Not a bad idea at all. 2 breaking balls. I don't think you triple up.
0-2 pitch from Baumeister. There's the fastball. Called ball just a bit outside on the righty, Brennan Malone.
I love that pitch, though, on 0-2. Try to freeze him. Baumeister has already shown he can locate that on the corner. Why not try again?
Now the 1-2 from Jackson Baumeister. He'll set deal. That one just a hair high. Did he go? Yes, he did. 3 outs, 2 of them strikeouts for Baumeister in the top of the first, and a hot start for the Harbor Hawks. Hyannis brings Mitch Jebb, Justin Hyannis, and Tito Flores to the plate in the bottom of the first in an attempt to strike first on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Tastes like a Coke.
We nailed it!
Coke Zero Sugar.
Have they nailed it?
Sounds like they really nailed it, huh?
Nailed it.
And that's when you said... So it really tastes like a Coke.
Yeah, that's the point.
When it comes to buying or selling a home, you need a partner, not just an agent. For over 50 years, Gibson Sotheby's International Realty has set the standard in excellence and performance. A seasoned team that has thrived throughout all markets. Our agents live and work in your neighborhood and understand you. We are over 170 agents strong, backed by an in-house marketing team and global reach that is second to none.
From studios to penthouses, purchasing to renting, our team provides unparalleled real estate services.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Adam Tulloch out of Arizona State is on the mound across the way for the Bourne Braves today. Drake Toll alongside Austin Dakuda here on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network. Austin Tulloch comes in having played for Wingate. He's played for West Virginia and now Arizona State. 3 different colleges, 4 different summer leagues. Safe to call this guy a vet.
Yeah, he is well-traveled and certainly experienced at very strong schools, too. Wingate, as we saw, the home to Brody McCullough, the Harbor Hawks ace. And, of course, he's uber talented to be here in the Cape Cod Baseball League, although his stat line so far is off to a slow start. We'll get those numbers to you in just a bit.
Yeah, across the way for the Harbor Hawks, Mitch Jebb leads things off, followed by Justin Hyannis. Then Tito Flores, Nolan Shanuel, Cole McConnell, Jacob Campbell, Christian Moore, Dominique Patel, and Philip Matulia in the lineup today for the Hawks. And it's Mitch Jebb that'll lead things off. Jebb batting .302 out of the 1 hole for Hyannis, and near the top of the team in stolen bases as well. As the first pitch he sees, there's a big cut and a miss. Can't get a piece of it, down 0-1.
Now, Jebb, as a leadoff hitter, is an incredibly talented contact hitter. He only struck out once in every 14 at-bats at Michigan State, and he's not going to wait around either to see a lot of pitches. He likes to attack early in the count.
Now the 0-1 from Tulloch to Jebb. Going to foul that one away to the left side off of off of one of the pitching screens, and you see the entire dugout for Hyannis splatter. But defensive lineup today for Bourne: in left field Malone, center field Rockefort, in right field Slate, Shaw's at shortstop, Eblin at second, Brito at first, Peck at third, and behind the dish is Frick. Tulloch is the guy on the mound. Fastball runs him 89 to 93. So the 0-2 on Jebb, the high heat. He tosses that one at 93 miles an hour, flexing the higher end of what he's got in the velo capacity.
Very tough on left-handed hitters when he tries to jam that fastball up and in on you. Really tough to get around on. 1-2, still a few places he can go.
The lefty Jebb got the lean over, rests the bat on the shoulder, the 1-2 pitch. Did he go? Yes, he did. And it's a strikeout to start the day for Adam Tulloch, the same way that Jackson Baumeister did the top of the first.
Yeah, you're going to see Tulloch be incredibly tough on left-handed hitters, which is a little surprising that the Harbor Hawks, 4 of their first 5 hitters are lefties. We'll see how that plays today. And we'll see how Justin Hyannis fares at the dish.
Justin Hyannis, another lefty stands in, and a lefty-on-lefty matchup. First pitch he sees from Tulloch. That one's taken inside and it almost hit him. Would have been the 62nd time in the last 3 years that Justin Hyannis has been hit by a baseball.
It's not like he crowds the plate.
No.
He just
No.
is in, like you see right there. He's not on top of it.
The 1-0 to Hyannis. That one's inside again. Nearly scrapes the elbow.
What is it with Justin Hyannis that the baseball just cannot help but come and say hi to him?
Well, the guy's a magnet. Hyannis this season 18 for 67, 268 batting average, and 7 RBI. The 2-0 from Tulloch. He skies that one to left field, foul territory, and lands just over the arm barn and out of play for the Harbor Hawks.
Hyannis is off to a pretty good start here in the Cape. He's been pretty much an everyday player. He's currently 16th in the league in batting average at 269 entering today.
Now the 2-1. Justin Hyannis right back up the middle. Recovered by Tulloch. The flip over to first in time, and solid defensive play and a great reaction from the big pitcher.
It's always good to see a pitcher who can field their position if you're Bourne, and Tulloch does just that. He gets set right after the ball comes out of his hand and gives himself a shot and ends up saving a base hit there.
I'll give you Tito Flores to follow up Justin Hyannis. Flores came in batting .292 and steps to the plate. The righty from Michigan has been a mainstay for the Harbor Hawks and found himself batting in the 330s for a 5 or 6 game stretch where he was in the top 10 in the league.
Yeah, he's only down to 13th in batting average at 292 as a lot of those guys are coming down to earth a bit.
First pitch he gets from Tulloch, it's a fastball at 88, low and outside.
It's incredibly telling, too, that only about 10 guys or maybe 12 in the league are batting over 300.
Yeah.
It's a pitcher's league, and that's about 1 player per team who's going to hit above 300.
The 1-0 to Tito. That one's high and outside at 90 on the fastball. You've seen Tulloch attack the fastball. He only throws it 60% of the time to lefties, 55% of the time to righties, but he's already opened up the righty Flores with 2.
Yeah, and you've seen him be a little more timid here to Flores. Not afraid to go inside to Hyannis, and Jebb now trying to stay away from inside.
The 2-0, that one's fouled off back and away. What you'll see from Tulloch, and you saw it there at 86, he's got some good velo on the slider and the changeup. Even his curveball's up there. All those pitches sit around the 80 to 84 range. Pretty true three-pitch guy, though. Not sure we'll see him use that curveball too much.
Yeah, the slider with speed makes it tough for hitters to tell if it's a slider or a fastball.
That ball is low and inside on the 2-1, and now a 3-1 count. Over the course of his career, Tulloch, we've mentioned Wingate as a freshman, struck out 74 guys. He struck out 85 this past spring at Arizona State. That will play. As the 3-1 is cut on and missed. He walked 38, hit 5 guys as well, so not too bad of a strikeout to walk ratio, but that 8.42 ERA jumps off the page.
Yeah, and the 8 walks and 11 2/3 here in the Cape League also is what jumps off the page. It's been the control that's come back to hurt him so far this season.
Full count to Tito Flores, who fouls one off, fights off another.
It's way to battle by Tito. He's real good with 2 strikes. Will fight off a couple pitches until he gets one that he can put in play.
Tulloch will deliver another payoff pitch. That one came in at 92 on the fastball. From the windup, the payoff pitch to Tito Flores. Tulloch deals home. Flores watches that high, and the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have their first base runner of the ball game.
It's a great at-bat by Tito. Gets a 3-2 pitch that he fouls away, and then on 3-2, you're asking Tulloch to be perfect again, which he couldn't do, and it's incredibly difficult for a pitcher to throw back-to-back 3-2 pitches in the zone, and you see Tito gets on with the walk.
Now you get the 4-hole hitter for the Harbor Hawks in Nolan Shaniel.
Been on quite the hit streak as of late,
no
huh?
No kidding. With Tito Flores at first base, it's worth bringing up that this season Hyannis ranks first in the Cape Cod Baseball League with 83 walks. First pitch to Shaniel, Fandon. On the other side, when it comes to walks for Bourne, they are 8th in the league with only 68. They'll give you pitching too. Walks allowed. Bourne has given up 83. They're dead last in the league. Hyannis has only given up 68. That's second in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Now the 0-1 to Nolan Shaniel. Shaniel watches that ball, 85 on the breaking ball for a strike.
Well, that's exactly how Mazdak Darvari and Nick Johnson wanted to build this roster. Pitchers who don't walk guys and hitters who walk a lot. And it's come into play early on in the season, and really that's how the Harbor Hawks have established their identity.
Now the 0-2 to the 4-hole hitter, and FAU product know to throw over to first. Tito Flores is caught in a pickle over there. Flores back to first where he's tagged for the 3rd out, and Nolan Shaniel will lead off the bottom of the 2nd. But in the meantime, the Bourne Braves will come back to bat in the top of the 2nd inning with your score: Hyannis 0, Bourne 0 on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
A brilliant idea starts at the source. Through innovative design, we're taking steps to create a better future. Now, the pure fresh taste of Dasani comes in a redesigned bottle, up to 30% made from plants, and as always, it's 100% recyclable. Plant bottle, designed to make a difference.
This BBB seal is a badge of honor. It's a sign that this is a business you can trust. Each year, millions of people see the BBB seal on a door or a window or a website and breathe a little easier. See the seal and know you've made the right choice. Find a business you can trust. Ask BBB.
Welcome back to beautiful McKeon Ballpark of the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network as we meet the defensive lineup for the Harbor Hawks today and the guys that they have sent out in comparison to the Bourne lineup. And for Hyannis, defense has been something that Coach Eric Beatty and company have hung their hat on. And that starts with Tito Flores in left field, Cole McConnell in center, Philip Matulia, another Louisiana Tech product, in right field. Dominique Patel and Christian Moore make up the shortstop, second base spots in the middle infield. At the hot corner is Mitch Jebb out of Michigan State. Nolan Shaniel out of FAU is over at first base, and Jacob Campbell behind the dish. There's one guy to put a note on. Obviously, McConnell makes his own case, but Jacob Campbell is somebody you don't want to run against.
No, you do not. He caught 41% of base runners at Illinois this season, so it's not easy to steal a base on Jacob Campbell.
Chris Brito's at the plate, and Chris Brito has a single. The first pitch that he sees from Jackson Baumeister is taken the other way to left field, and that'll start with a base runner on first base in the top of the 2nd for the Bourne Braves.
Yeah, it looked like he was sitting on that pitch was Brito, just pulled it to left field, and Just a single, which is okay. You can live with that, but now you can't afford to let that kind of snowball. We haven't seen Baumeister have to work with a lot of base runners since that first start of the year. He's really limited the hits and the walks, so interested to see how he plays it here with a guy on and nobody out.
Now to the dish is Evan Slate, the right fielder today out of Rutgers. Lefty on righty matchup. Baum will check over to first and deal home. That pitch is a called ball at 91. Standing at first base, the 4-hole hitter Brito. He was 4 for 4 in the spring, stealing bags at Rutgers, but not a huge steal threat. Harbor Hawks scouts don't really favor his speed too much. So a viable candidate for devil play ball as there's another pitch low and away, breaking ball and 2-0 count.
Yeah, Evan Slate's a real talented hitter at the plate. Gap-to-gap power, guy who hits a lot of doubles. Saw it in BP. He has power to put it over the scoreboard, too.
Here's the 2-0 to Slate. Slate a 52% pull hitter, and he sees a breaking ball called outside. There's the curveball from Baumeister.
It's not a bad pitch on 2-0. It's a pitch that he can throw for a strike quite often, and for Baumeister, you don't want them to start sitting fastball and getting out and early on you. That's why on 2-0 it's not a bad idea to sneak the curveball, but 3-0 is a dangerous count.
Now the 3-0 from the stretch, Baumeister. And a called strike. That's a nice little favor from the umpire on the 3-0 count.
I get you back in the zone here at 91 on the fastball, and 3-1, still a hitter's count, so you got to be careful where you locate this pitch.
Baumeister sets with a 3-1, checks briefly over to first base where Brito stands, now deals home to Evan Slate. 3-1 pitch is a called strike on the inside half of the plate, 91 miles an hour.
You don't see the inside strike called a lot here in the Cape Cod Baseball League, but if you can just get it to come across the plate and nab just enough, they will give it to you.
Full count from Baumeister to Evan Slate. Baumeister found himself down in plenty of counts his other 2 starts earlier this season, but fought his way back. Here comes the payoff pitch from the stretch. Checks briefly, deals home. That ball's cut on, and under the glove of the diving Nolan Shaniel for a base hit into right field. Philip Matulia scoops, and going to third base safely is Chris Brito. Now runners in the corners with nobody down here in the top of the second.
Yeah, when you fall behind in a count, as Baumeister did 3-0 there, it makes it predictable for the hitter. They are able to sit fastball, and that's what Evan Slate did there, and he just turns on it. Now first and third, nobody out. A tough spot to be in, but Baumeister's a guy who can work out of danger.
Jackson Baumeister is projected to go in the top 20 picks in next year's MLB draft. I mean, you can see it. The scouts are not only here today, but have been at every game that he's thrown. There are a lot of pro teams that really like what Jackson Baumeister gives you. His numbers have shown that in all but that first game against Wareham.
And he's so young, too, because they're expecting so much growth out of him. You've already seen it down here in the Cape League, and now when he goes back to Florida State next year, you're going to see this guy continue to improve, and by the end of it all, he's certainly going to assert himself as a top 20 pick.
Wyatt Hensler's at the dish, and he takes a curveball off the helmet. Harbor Hawk fans will say that he leaned into that one, and Austin, they may have a case. You could see the way that he just moved forward trying to get out of the way of the ball with the curveball cut back in. Takes him off the top of the helmet. He's okay standing on first, and now the bases are juiced.
Not a ton he can do about that one. When it's a curveball that drops towards the plate and just down, you lean in because it's coming at your head.
Yeah.
But as you lean in, it's still coming at your head.
The ball's coming in.
So unfortunately, that's going to load the bases, and we'll see how the Hawks play it here.
John Peck, third baseman from Pepperdine, steps in the right-handed batter's box. Bases juiced for Jackson Baumeister, trying to get out of a jam. Baumeister's last 2 appearances, he's only allowed 2 hits through 8 innings, no earned runs. A first pitch to Peck. That one's taken high, fastball chest level. The first game Baumeister threw in, the Wareham game, he goes 4 earned runs, 4 hits, no outs recorded. He also walked 2 in that appearance, so it was a great example of when it rains, it pours. That's exactly what you saw. And here, it's raining in the top of the second. You're hoping it doesn't pour. The 1-0 to John Peck. That one's grounded left side foul. Count will even at 1-1. Peck is a pull hitter, 48% time he's going to go pull. He is better against lefties, though. 346 batter against lefties. Make it 346 against righties, 424 against lefties, just to show you how good he has been at Pepperdine. The 1-1 to the third baseman. Baumeister deals it home. There's a curveball called ball. Looked like that one found its way to the zone, but no say.
Yeah, you need that one. It's right there. The umpire, they don't call a high strike here a lot in the Cape League, so if it comes up a bit high across the plate, it's one you might not get, but I think it did catch the zone.
Now a 2-1. Peck's a guy that'll attack quite a bit with a fastball. And the 2-1 pitch from Baumeister. There he goes, fastball, called ball outside at 92. Count moves to 3-1. Peck's a guy that will chase the slider and the changeup 38% of the time both.
Well, 3-1 here, you can't just telegraph a fastball. You need to find the zone, though.
Right.
There's nowhere to put him, so you're in a really precarious position.
Now the 3-1 pitch from Jackson Baumeister, trying to find his way out of a jam with nobody down and the bases loaded. Comes home and there's a cut and a miss. Peck may have given him a favor there.
Yeah.
That was likely a ball high.
It's a good pitch with 2 strikes to try to get a guy chasing, but on 3-1, it's out of the zone. So if he's a little more patient at the plate, you might have a run across. But now you're at 3-2, and see if Baumeister can get a huge out number 1.
Top of the second, nobody away. Nobody has scored for either team, but the count's at 3-2 and the bases are juiced. The pitch from Baumeister to Peck. That one's fouled off to our right. Peck lives to play another strike.
It's a good job protecting the plate. And now, again, we mentioned it earlier, how tough it is for a pitcher to make 2 pitches in a row on 3-2 and have them both be in the zone, and not one that you can just do damage on. So a really tough spot for Baumeister.
Over the course of Baumeister's time at Florida State in the spring, had 20 walks over 27 1/3 innings pitched. So control has been an issue in his young college career, but also struck out 41 over the course of that 27 1/3. Here's the 3-2. That one's grounded. Dom Patel. Patel gets the out at second. Como to first. Christian Moore completes the double play, but a run will come home for Bourne. They strike first via Chris Brito from third base, but the double play gives you 2 down now with a run still 90 feet away, but an opportunity for Baumeister to get out of it with minimal damage.
You will absolutely trade 2 outs for 1 run in that situation. The guy had the bases loaded, nobody out early in the ball game, and was behind 3-1 on that hitter.
Yeah.
So that is a great job battling by Jackson and a nice job by the middle infield to turn that.
Baumeister's not completely out of the woods yet. Another run stands at 90 feet away, but not for too much longer as Christian Moore's camping out under that one. Phil Matulia will let him have it. Como records the final out at the top of the second inning. It was bases loaded for Bourne with nobody down, but they can only scratch 1 across after a double play to fly out to right. Jackson Baumeister finds his way out of the jam, and the Harbor Hawks look to respond to the bottom of the second of the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Hey, Mama, what's up?
Did you switch my service from Verizon to T-Mobile? Yep.
T-Mobile has the only nationwide 5G.
Well, Mr. Know-It-All, let's see if you right about that.
Mama. Hey, Mama, I'm working.
It works at the pie shop.
T-Mobile's 5G works inside and out. Hey, what you need, Mama? I'm trying to watch the game with my boys.
It works in the park.
Oh, okay. Mama?
It works at the aquarium, in the parking garage, at the beach, in the elevator. It works in the movie theater, too. Oh, shush yourself. I'm talking to my baby.
You're driving me crazy.
I was just calling you to say thank you, baby. I love you.
I love you too, Mama. Yes, Mama.
It works in the kitchen.
Tell Mama.
Mama?
5G, it works in the club.
Who are you in a club with?
All about it. Tell Mama.
Let's meet the defensive alignment for the Bourne Braves for today's ball game. Starting things off for Bourne in left field today is Malone. In center field, Rockefort. Slate is in right. Shaw and Eblin make up the inside of the infield. Peck at the hot corner. Brito at first base. Frick behind the dish. And Tulloch is pitching. Adam Tulloch. We've already mentioned some of his stats and stuff. Throws a fastball 89 and 93 from the left side. And that's a hot commodity for MLB scouts. When you can throw a 93-mile-an-hour fastball, but coming from the left side, there are plenty of MLB teams that want that in their arsenal.
Left-handed pitchers who can pump 93 seem to have an automatic track to at least getting drafted, because a left-handed pitcher out of your bullpen in the majors who can do that is incredibly valuable. And you're seeing Tulloch start off here against a bunch of lefties and really go inside with his fastball and play off it with the breaking pitch.
Well, we've seen this guy before. Nolan Shaniel's back of the dish and takes a strike, 89 on the fastball, outside part of the plate. Shaniel was at the dish when Tito Flores got picked off of first base via pickle. So we'll get his second shot at Tulloch as he takes a fastball. High count, evens 1-all. I'd like to give a big shout out to Eric Beatty, who's watching today as well. Beatty went whale watching for his day off. The 1-1, Shaniel takes that one outside in the right-handed batter's box. Kevin Ohm, the acting head coach today. This will be the final day the team will be without Beatty. He'll get him back tomorrow. And now the 2-1. Shaniel fouls that one off in the left-handed batter's box. Harbor Hawks will stay home tomorrow as well. A bit of a homestand here in the middle of the week, and a great time to do it, too. We've seen a few really good crowds across the league. It's what 4th of July typically brings. The 2-2, the FAU product, Nolan Shaniel. Tulloch finally gets one that he likes, comes home, and Shaniel rips out into right field with a base hit. Nolan Shaniel starts off the bottom of the second inning nicely for the Harbor Hawks. They have one on with nobody out.
Well, that makes it 5 straight games with a hit for Nolan Shaniel as that average continues to rise, and before you know it, he may be amongst the leaders on this team in all the offensive stats as he is really swinging a red-hot bat.
Speaking of one of the leaders of the teams offensively, Cole Mcconnell is coming to the dish. Mcconnell put together a quiet 7-game hitting streak earlier in this season. He currently leads the squad with a .304 batting average. That's top 10 in this league.
Yeah, he has been consistent all year long, which is the biggest plus with having Cole Mcconnell in your lineup. We talked about how good he is defensively, but you know you're going to get consistent swings at the plate, and he's a guy who will come through in big spots as he did when we were home last time against YD.
The first pitch to Cole Mcconnell, and the first time working from the stretch for Tulloch today as he goes fastball for a strike.
Yeah, leave that one down there.
Yeah.
No reason to go after that on the first pitch you're at bat, especially with the double play in order. Fine with that take.
Well, while Mcconnell leads the team with a .304 batting average, he also leads the squad in strikeouts as well. So it's something that both the Harbor Hawks and his team at Louisiana Tech are trying to cut down on as he watches that one go outside. So he's walked 5 times, struck out 17, something to focus on. But at the same time, he's had hits in big situations, such as the one against YD at home where he pretty much blew things wide open in the 8th.
Hey, you don't mind the strikeouts if the guy's going to bat .304 in a wood bat pitcher's league.
Right. The 1-1, McConnell fouls that one off to the left side. It's out of play and out of range, the third baseman. And Cole McConnell is a guy that Eric Beatty has called maybe the best defensive center fielder that he's seen in baseball. And Eric Beatty has seen a lot of baseball.
That he has. I mean, he's been through every level there is at here in the Cape League. You know, so many guys. I can only imagine how many different center fielders he's watched play. And to say Cole McConnell is the best he's ever seen defensively is quite the statement.
The 1-2 to McConnell with Shaniel on first base. Cole takes that one outside. Count evens at 2-all. I ever told you Eric Beatty's ERA for Bourne?
I heard it was pretty low.
Yeah, it was low. It was low.
Yeah.
He was a Bourne Brave. You know who's a Bourne Brave today? Jared Saltalamacchia.
Ah.
Yeah, that guy's standing over there. I think they called him Salty or something like that.
He used to play baseball.
Did he? The 2-2. McConnell rips that one to the right side. And through the glove of Brito, Shaniel's going to round second, go to third base, and runners on the corners for the Harbor Hawks. It could have been easy, but, well, hello, Bill Buckner. That ball goes right under Brito's glove.
Oh, we've seen that one before, not from Brito, I don't believe, but here at McKeon Park. And for the Hawks, you're now 90 feet away from tying the game. As we say it time and time again, good things happen when you put the ball in play.
Put him on the corners. Jacob Campbell comes the dish out of Illinois. Can you tell me, look, this whole point streak thing I'm new to. You've been really helping me along.
I appreciate
You've been holding my hand through the point streak era. We have a mound visit coming for Bourne. That's early. All right, guys in the corners, nobody out. Might as well talk about it. Can you tell me if we have numbers on how many errors opposing teams have made while playing the Harbor Hawks?
Huh.
I bet it's a high number.
I mean, I have some time. We're here for the next 9 innings. I can go through every game and tally them up for you.
Yeah. So YD had 5 on 4th of July on Monday.
Hey, I mean, Harbor Hawk is a tough name. They make you nervous.
Harbor and Hawk, yeah, okay.
And that combo makes other teams nervous.
What, it's like a fearful, right? They get to McKeon and they start shaking?
We're seeing the Hawks today. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
That's bad news.
Right. You think every other opposing team is afraid of birds?
Might just
that's
be.
Just like
that
Orleans Firebirds. What's worse, a Firebird or a Harbor Hawk? What's more intimidating?
Oh.
Yeah.
Firebirds are actually Cardinals.
Okay. So it's not just a bird on fire?
No, it's not really a competition.
Way less unassuming.
Yeah.
Or more unassuming.
Words.
I
think the Hawk wins the battle there.
Yeah, Jacob Campbell comes the dish for Hyannis. Campbell, he's been pretty good behind the dish this season. First pitch he sees. And a foul tip that one back into the catcher's glove. And, man, Campbell batting right now at a 250 clip. Pretty low in comparison to where we've seen him most of this season. In a quiet slump, but slowly bringing himself back out of it. Now the 0-1 to Jacob Campbell with 2 on. That one is in the dirt and called a strike. All right, it's one of those games. We're seeing another one of those games.
Hope you brought your sand wedge and your putter today, because you're going to need to chip that thing out of the sand.
The Harbor Hawk fans were not too happy with that one. That ball actually kicked up dirt.
You heard it. You heard it on the crowd mic,
yeah,
too.
You did.
You can tell when a ball skips in.
Right. That's rich. There's a throw over to first base, and Cole Mcconnell is staying put.
Yeah.
McConnell had a couple of stolen bases at Louisiana Tech in the spring.
He can run. He's just very conservative and smart on the base pass. He doesn't get caught stealing very often.
That pitch taken outside by Campbell. Dangerous with what we've seen so far.
Still figuring out the zone, but it seems like if it's low, it's a strike.
Yeah.
If it's outside, maybe. Inside, you're getting that a little bit. Not getting the high strike yet.
No, sir.
But
we've seen a couple of numbers this season.
Belt to spikes, it's in the zone.
Now the 1-2 to Jacob Campbell. That one is skied right, out of play. You thought for a second there first baseman Brito could have come over, but no, sir. It's harmless.
Yeah, the wind blowing in and to the right maybe carried it out of play
talk
just a
about
bit.
that wind, too, today.
Ripping through here.
That flag is howling.
It's going to take some power to get it over the fence today, huh?
Had to tape our pregame camera booth shot to the the tape's still there.
Yep.
Now,
I mean, 358 to right, that's a poke, so.
Yeah. Oh, but 324 to left.
Yeah, it's
379 to center. Ballpark plays small, huh? 1-2 to Campbell. He fouls that one off right behind us. Got it, admittedly, I'm not sure if those are exact.
No.
Maybe not.
It's
a short 358.
I have about a 12-foot tape measure in the car, so if me and you want to get
I don't think it's
get
gonna
to
reach.
it after the
I
game,
don't think
no,
it's
we're
gonna
to
reach.
mark it and we'll get there eventually.
That's a lot of work. The 1-2 to Campbell. Runners on the corners. Nobody down. Campbell fouls that one off. It was chest level, but good to fight it off on a 2-strike count, and we've seen that call a strike before. So
Never be too sure
No,
taking
sir.
a pitch with 2 strikes, so might as well swing the bat and live to see another day.
Tulloch, Arizona State product, but also kind of West Virginia. Vaguely a Wingate product as well. This guy's played baseball. If you can name a baseball team, I bet he's played for him. He's got a 1-2 on Campbell here. Delivers at home, and Campbell fouls off another. How about an 8-pitch at-bat? Still only a 1-2 count. Tulloch is, again, well-traveled. He's played summer ball in 4 different leagues. He played in the the South Florida Collegiate Baseball League, the SFCL, the TXCL, I think it's the Texas Collegiate Baseball League.
That's it.
Been to the CCBL twice. So, well-traveled, facing Jacob Campbell now, who has torn up the Cape Cod Baseball League this year. Dish back over to first base. Cole McConnell, nothing doing. But over the course of that time, he's got plenty of numbers to look through. And the big one here for Bourne, he's got a 6.94 ERA this summer, following up that 8.42 ERA in the spring for Arizona State. The 1-2 pitch coming home to Jacob Campbell. That one's high, and the high heat gets him to chase. There's a strikeout on the ledger. Another one for Adam Tulloch, and that brings Christian Moore to the plate. Tulloch is only 22 years old. Just turned 22 5 days ago. Congratulations and happy birthday. For Bourne this year, though, he started 3 games. In those 3 appearances, got 11 2/3. He's allowed 11 hits, 9 earned runs. He's walked 8 as well, allowed a home run, and he struck out 13. Struggled a bit on Cape Cod, and Hyannis is trying to take advantage of that with 2 on and still only 1 down with Christian Moore at the plate. SEMO, as they call him. Christian Moore dribbles that right to the shortstop. Dish to second is in time. Dish to first is not in time. It's dropped by Brito. Wouldn't have mattered, and the Harbor Hawks are on the board. Coming home to score is Nolan Shanuel, and Hyannis has knotted things up here in the bottom of the second at 1-all.
Just keep putting the ball in play and making contact. With more speed, he's going to beat out a lot of those plays in the infield, and he does just that. Even with the drop over at first, like you said, Drake, he probably would have been safe anyway. So we're back to where we started. All tied up.
Dominique Patel comes to the plate with Moore over at first, and we'll see if they charge that as an error at first base.
Yeah.
But, I mean, certainly a fielder's choice, so why not just leave that? There's a dish over to first again. I guess they're expecting the wheels of Christian Moore to fly off here and go over to second base.
They've thrown over to almost every guy who's been on first today. Not getting comfortable on the base pass if you're in white.
Patel shows bunt. I'll say that he went around, and that's strike 1 on the pitch from Tulloch, as Patel is another one of those guys who's quietly been solid for the Harbor Hawks in big moments where they've needed him.
He's had a couple big RBI, and his average has now climbed up to 208.
Yeah.
After a slow start.
Dom rips that one through the hole on the left side. And Dom Patelli's got a single, safe at first base with Christian Moore on second. Harbor Hawks with 2 on, trying to generate a little action with a 2-out rally, and Philip Matulia comes to the dish.
Yeah, Dom Patelli, a good swing there, inside outs. It just takes it to left field on a fastball that kind of jammed him for a second, but still was able to get out in front of it enough to take it the other way and keeps the inning alive for a guy who, even though his average doesn't show it, he has been on base a ton this year.
Yeah. Phil Matulia coming to the dish, and Matulia is batting 171 right now, but another one, I don't want to overuse it, but still a sneaky hitter. We've seen him explode with a few RBI in the last couple of games, and
well, his OBP is at 341,
yeah.
So he's getting on base a ton. It's the average that is slowly started to creep up, and in a week or so, this is a guy who could have a high 300s OBP.
First pitch that he sees, Tulloch's going to check over to Christian Moore, dial it home, but Matulia fouls that one off and out of play to the left side. Philip on the year, he went 0 for 1 in that game against YD on the 4th of July, 0 for 3 the game before that. So he's coming off a couple of colder games, but Matulia even still has a home run, 4 RBI, 6 walks to his 9 strikeouts, which in comparison to most of the league is fine.
Well, he started that game against YD as the first base coach.
He did do that. He scored a run, too.
Yeah, he pinch ran, scored a run.
So he was 0 for because he was a pinch runner. Nice job, Drake. The 0-1 to Matulia. There's a swing and a miss. He did. He was a first base coach.
Yeah, wearing 2 different colored cleats.
Red cleat, blue
red
cleat.
and blue for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
And went right in from coaching first to swapping helmets with somebody and running.
Yeah. Now the 0-2. Matulia steps back in, trying to keep the bottom of the second alive and add a couple more. Lefty Tulloch to the lefty Matulia. From the stretch, checks Moore, nobody to hold him on, dials home, and that one's high heat, fastball head level, and Matulia won't bite. Philip has completely shaved the beard.
Yeah, the mustache look.
Yeah, rendering effectively useless his Barstool shirts that just have the big beard and the mustache, the long hair. At least he's still got the hair.
Yeah, it's close enough.
No more Jason Worth for Phil Matulia.
No, we got to find a new comp for him.
Hello, 1-2 pitch from Adam Tulloch. He's still checking Moore. No one to hold him there. Deals home. Matulia squirts that one to the left field, and it won't get down. The catch is made out recorded by Brennan Malone, and that is it for the bottom of the second for the Harbor Hawks. They leave 2 stranded, but not before the good guys put a run on the board and even this game at 1-1 on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
We all have obstacles, challenges at different points in life. I still push myself every single day, and the harder I push myself, the more I find myself drawn to wearing UFOs. The first time I put on a pair of UFOs, it was like someone released the pressure. It was so crazy. When you are recovered and can do more, that has a compounding effect on all aspects of your life. Stepping into a pair of UFOs, they're truly one of a kind. There's nothing like them.
Best ever? Good question. Wait, why do you sound like Dr. J in your head? I've always sounded like Dr. J in my head, which means Dr. J's outside voice sounds like my inside voice? Which Coke? The doc would know. He got the world to call him doctor without going to med school. There's only one best ever.
Welcome back to McKeon Ballpark on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. Drake Toll, joined by Austin Takuda in the booth. And if you ever wondered, what do the Harbor Hawks do on an off day? Well, about half the team, maybe more yesterday, made the trip up to Boston, Fenway Park, and saw the Rays take on the Red Sox. Got a ton of guys that all sat together in right field. They all had seats together. Eric Beatty was also at the game and plenty of the coaching staff. Interestingly enough, Beatty sat behind home plate about 20 rows up. He gets the ballpark, sits down. Who's to his left but Brody McCullough? Him and his girlfriend were at the game. They bought tickets together, were sitting there, and so those guys got to hang out. And Harbor Hawks got a much-needed day off after, 7 straight days of baseball?
Yeah, very long stretch, especially here down in the Cape League where there's a little bit of travel involved. They're not all home games, obviously, so you are moving about.
Eblin is at the dish, and the first pitch he takes from Baumeister is low and in the dirt. Austin Strickland has made his way to the broadcast booth, as have 3 or 4 Harbor Hawk players who are going to welcome Judy Walden Scarophile, who the field is named after. She's actually here in the skybox across from us. A bunch of players coming to say hello. They probably recognize her from an exhibit she has in Cooperstown, where she's memorialized. Yeah, they've got a whole big deal. She was the president of the Cape Cod Baseball League for a long time.
Wow, that's awesome.
A decade or more. As there's a ball that's half swung on, and now a 1-1 count from Jackson Baumeister.
You ever been to the Baseball Hall of Fame, Drake?
Can't say that I have. Have you?
I have. It's an interesting place.
There's a single ripped into right field, and a nice piece of hitting. That'll put Eblin on first base as the Bourne Braves start the top of the 3rd inning, as they did the bottom of the 2nd with a base hit.
Just a good piece of hitting by Eblin. He's a guy who we saw at the top of their order at one point when we faced the Bourne Braves at Doran Park, moved down to the 9-hole, and does a nice job of jumping on the fastball by Baumeister. We'll see how he adjusts here with the top of the order.
You know, the wind was blowing straight in, too, and is now really favoring right field. So the lefties, but at 358 in right, you know, it's so deep.
Yeah.
First pitch here is fouled right back to us by Carson Rocafort. Good afternoon, Carson. Thank you for that.
Well, that ball, if that's 358, and the one Nolan Shanuel hit a couple nights ago must have been at least 550.
I think so. I mean, is that what they clocked it at?
I believe
so.
It's what I don't have the official number, but it was around that.
Here is the 0-1 now to Rocafort. Righty on lefty, deals home. That's a breaking ball 84 in the right-handed batter's box. Rocafort, Louisiana Lafayette, pretty good baseball program too. Had 16 home runs, 68 RBI, 25 stolen bases in 32 attempts over the course of his spring. Hello. He's pretty good at baseball.
Yeah, good power, good speed, a little bit of a solid glove too. Almost a 5-tool player.
Now the 1-1 to Rocafort. That one is high and outside, or Rocafort. I don't think I can make up my mind on that one. We've heard it both. I think Carson himself has told me personally both.
Yeah, broadcasters have told us both as well.
Yeah. So if his mom is listening, if you're out there, Mrs. Rocafort, or Mrs. Rocafort, we're sorry. Now the 2-1 to Carson. We got a runner standing over at first base in Eblin. Pitch home from Baumeister, goes breaking ball again and can't get a call. It's now 3-1. I think Baumeister's trying to sneak that ball on the outside half the plate, catch a corner, and he's just not getting the call.
Yeah, he doesn't have the location on that pitch as he had in the last 2 starts, but it's not really like he's missing over the plate, which is always a good thing when you're not just missing belt high, but you'd like to see him located a bit better.
Now the 3-1 runner goes. That ball's foul tipped into the mitt. The throw to second base is not in time. It's actually dropped by Dom Patel, so even if it was, it wouldn't have mattered. It'll be a 3-2 count. It runs full on Carson Rocafort, who now has a runner in scoring position. Now the scouting report here too says Bryce Eblin, who stole that bag, not big on trying to swipe him, and does it there.
Sometimes you get a good count. Maybe the hit and run was on. He did swing, so that might have been what they were going for.
Now the 3-2 to Eblin. Make it Rocafort. Rocafort skies that one into center field. Dom Patel may have room. He will. He's going to camp and make the catch. Staying put at second base as Eblin, and Rocafort's retired for the 2nd time today.
Yeah, what's been most impressive so far by Baumeister is his ability to battle back in the count. He's been behind on a handful of hitters tonight, 3-0, 3-1, but again, you see it there. He works his way back into the count, forces a weak contact, and gets an out on the board.
Matt Shaw comes the dish, the shortstop today for Bourne. Shaw on his year leads the team in batting average. He's got a 340 batting average coming into this one through 14 games of his own. Cape Cod League is actually in game number 22 today. They're halfway through the schedules. That pitch is a called strike. There's the outside strike on the right-handed batter.
He'll take it.
You can see, too, vaguely in your frame every now and then, Eblin's dancing at second base a lot. Like, arms out, bent down. Well, the second I say something, he won't do it for you. But he is just, there he goes. He's just asking. He's not a very fast guy either. That one's ripped to third base. Mitch Jebb checks the runner. Mitch Jebb goes to first and records the second out at the top of the 3rd inning. I was that guy in Little League Baseball.
Were you?
I was that guy. I would get on base. I was the slowest one on the team, far and away. My last hit at Little League Baseball, I tried to stretch to a double. Wasn't happening.
That's all right.
Got thrown out.
You don't have to be fast when you get a four-seam
Bingo.
fastball like you had.
Right.
So.
I became a PO very quickly and then got cut.
That's all right. Happens to the best of us.
Brennan Malone, speaking of getting cut, Malone now with Bourne. And he'll take his first pitch from Jackson Baumeister.
Yeah, Malone, one of the rare players in the Cape that has played for 3 different Cape Cod teams.
Hello.
2 this year.
Malone fouls that one off back behind him.
And was with Falmouth in the summer of 2021. It wasn't cut by Brewster because of a lack of talent. He was hitting .233 with a .377 on base, and he had a home run.
Yeah, nope, not going to cut it here. Not going to cut it.
Apparently not.
Nope.
.377 OBP is pretty good.
And the 0-1 to Malone. Yeah, I'd get on base. I'd dance around, do a little, little jazz hands or something. Typically get picked off. I didn't get on base very often, thankfully to our team. And now you can see Evelyn's doing the same thing.
Yeah, you got to step off. No real interest by the Hawks to hold him on with 2 outs and a strike on the batter.
There's a live look.
Moore's going to probably move over a little bit and try to at least give Baumeister an opportunity for a pickoff, and that's what he does.
Yeah. Evelyn has really struggled hitting the baseball on Cape Cod, too, trying to do something to get himself going as that ball's taken low and outside. Count evens on Malone, and maybe this is what it is. Maybe that's where you get your momentum. You've got a single coming off of that, and you just feel like whatever that is happening at second base, go do it, guy. More power to you. Now the 1-1 to Malone. There's a big whiff. Curveball from Jackson Baumeister at 77 miles an hour. So fastball 92. Curveball 77. Hello. Now the 1-2 from Baumeister to Malone. Got to attack here, right? Don't waste a pitch.
I'd go right at him with a fastball. Down and out.
Runner in scoring position, the 1-2. Good morning, good afternoon, good night on the 3rd inning, and to Brennan Malone here as Jackson Baumeister works out of a bit of a jam with a runner in scoring position and finds his way out of the 3rd inning, having only given up 1 run, and that's where our score is tied. 1-1 between Hyannis and Bourne on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Diet Coke? Who are you, my mom?
You should be so lucky. Because you know what moms do? Well, I suppose we should start with the whole giving you life thing. It seems like that should be enough. No? Okay. What about her ability to send shockwaves through the neighborhood without saying a word? Or whip up a ridiculous handmade costume that you forgot to tell her about? Not to make you happy, but because she had a reputation to uphold. She invented rideshare, called it carpool, and did it for free. She didn't need those dating apps either. You copied her jeans, her spin, her shoes, her scrunchie, and whether you realize it or not, her music.
Why not?
Oh, and she can win any argument in 4 words.
Because I said so.
Everything you're trying to do, she's already done it, did it better, and she did it with a Diet Coke in her hand. So, drink what your mama gave you.
Welcome back to McKeon Ballpark, and I didn't lie to you. We got evidence of it. The entire team enjoying their day off yesterday at Fenway Ballpark. There they are, Austin Strickland, Nolan Shanuel in a Red Sox jersey. See Phil Matulia's hair, Cole Mcconnell, Mazdak Darvari, Director of Operations. There's Strick sitting down, and a beautiful view of Fenway Ballpark and all the guys sitting out there. What a way to spend a day off, and fun time getting to see them. Again, Coach Beatty, who was also at the game, Brody McCullough sitting beside him, and now Mitch Jebb comes to the plate, and Jebb is going to bunt that one back up the middle. They weren't ready for it. Mitch Jebb is safe at first base. Infield single on the first pitch he sees to start off this 3rd inning from Tulloch.
That is a perfect push bunt to that side. He just pulls it kind of like a drag past the pitcher's mound to the second baseman who's not expecting it, and with his speed out of the left-handed batter's box, almost impossible to get him out. That's a play they're going to clip and show exactly how you bunt a baseball for a base hit.
Now, stepping to the plate, the lefty Justin Hyannis. Hyannis 18 for 67 coming into this game, 268 on his Cape League season. First pitch he gets, that one is well outside and off speed at 81 miles an hour. Mitch Jebb over at first base. Jebb's got 7 stolen bases. Is that good?
That'll play.
Yeah. Hyannis is 4th in the league in stolen bags with 32. Tulloch deals home, and, well, that's a strike here tonight, I guess.
Hey, if it's If it's anywhere near the plate.
Yeah, might as well.
It's got a chance.
Why not? We've had some fast games this season. That's probably part of the reason. Now the 1-1 to the player they've coined Hyannis. Add that to the bingo card, by the way.
Will do.
Hyannis. Credit to our social media team. We got one bigger on the social media side today.
Did we?
Not really sure if that's how.
The videographer that I met before the game, and I forget his name.
What's his name?
Ryan.
The videographer, not Ryan.
Jake.
Really close. You're getting closer.
Tyler.
No chance.
Is it?
You landed at home.
Oh, third time's a charm. Hey, Tyler, how you doing?
Tyler Thomas.
Welcome
T-Tom.
to Hyannis.
Yeah. Happy July 6th. There's a couple of tosses over to Mitch Jebb at first base. That one makes sense. Mitch Jebb's a pretty fast guy.
Well, if you factor in the pickoff moves, he's at about 95 pitches at this point. He's thrown over to first so many times.
Yeah, that's true. Here comes the pitch home. That one is outside in the right-handed batter's box again. Hyannis is pretty good at watching the baseball. Pretty good at watching it hit him.
61 now, we said?
I think it's 61. 61 times that Hyannis has been hit by a baseball in 3 years of his collegiate career as he whiffs on that when the count evens at 2-all.
It's 20 times a year. And you play probably 80 games in a year between spring season and college.
Yeah.
I mean, and in the summer ball, maybe a little more. It's one every 5 days or so. One every 4 days he's getting hit by a baseball.
Yeah. That'll take a toll on you.
Yeah. Jeez.
There's a throwback over to Mitch Jebb at first base. And you're seeing from the outfield camera. Boy, those camouflage hats don't show up very well, do they?
No.
Just full head of hair from Adam Tulloch.
Yeah.
Firing him home. Lefty from the stretch, checks over to Jebb, deals home, and there's a called strike 3. And that's exactly what it was. 81-mile-an-hour changeup that locked Justin Hyannis up. And now you got to deal with Tito Flores.
That's a tough pitch to a left-handed hitter. It looks like it's breaking towards the plate, kind of cuts back in on you. The changeup that just drops off the table, and by the time you're ready to fight it off, it's already in the mitt.
Tito Flores is out of Michigan and is batting .292. Certainly, if you're going to name the top 3 or 4 guys on the Harbor Hawk roster that have a shot at going to the All-Star game, Tito Flores is without a doubt on there.
Yeah, not only his defense has been stellar, but as we've mentioned it, he's done such a good job at the plate, not only with contact, but power.
Flores watches that one for a ball. Fastball there from Adam Tulloch. On Tulloch's day so far, he's thrown 49 pitches, 33 for strikes, 16 for balls. He's through 2 1/3. Hyannis and Bourne tied at 1 here from McKeon Ballpark. Tulloch will look over at Mitch Jebb at first. Come back to Tito Flores, who watches a ball. And you're not going to get that. It's the strike zone tonight. May open up left to right. But top to bottom, things are staying pretty small.
Yeah, got to be pretty below the letters of Hyannis on the jersey. We're not really seeing anything above the belt called.
Pretty below. We'll play.
Okay.
2-0. Tito Flores. Tulloch fires, and Flores grounds that one to the left side. Peck picks it up. Peck's throw to first is in time. A major league play from Peck that will sit down Tito Flores. John Peck showing off the glove Manny Machado style and move Mitch Jebb to second base, but with 2 outs, bring Nolan Shaniel to the dish.
Yeah, that's a Sports Center top 10 worthy play right there.
That'll do.
That would go down the line, get to left field, maybe get Mitch Jebb around, and what a job to not only come to a full dive, but pop back to the feet and make a good throw across the diamond.
Yeah, that will play. John Peck. Have a play. At the plate now for Hyannis, Nolan Shaniel, FAU, grounds that one right back up the middle, and it is gloved by Eblin. Throw to first is not in time. Eblin went deep on the infield to be able to get a glove on that baseball. Couldn't make the play. Shaniel was hauling it down the first baseline, but almost 2 gems in a row for Bourne.
Yeah, what a play by Eblin, but by the time he got up, he rushed the throw a bit, and that's why it took 2 hops in.
Yeah. So now with runners on the corners comes Cole Mcconnell, and not a lot of guys you'd rather have up in this spot. Cole on his season is batting .298. That's one of the better averages across the Cape Cod Baseball League. Cole, another one of those guys who we'll hear his name called in the draft pretty soon. That's coming up on us.
It is, the 17th.
He sees that one's near no man's land, and it's going to, oh my, be caught over the shoulder. What a grab by Shaw, the shortstop, running straight away into center field and able to make the play that saves at least one run. The Harbor Hawks strand 2 again in the bottom of the third. We come back. It's 1-1 on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
That chip on the shoulder, that started at a very, very young age. People's expectations are they're cool, they're fun, but mine are bigger.
When you play in New York, they want to see winners. It doesn't matter if it's a Monday or a Friday or a Saturday. You got to come with it, or those fans will let you know.
Pick one thing from me, pick one other thing from another player, make it your own, you turn to who you want to be.
What motivates me is the unknown. You know, how good can I be? You get away from the lights, you get away from the camera.
Mientras más presente yo esté en la caja de batería, más éxito tengo.
Man, how can you not keep it fun, man? This is a kid's game.
If you could go back and tell 10-year-old Francisco one thing, what would it be?
Be a bad mother.
Welcome back to McKeon Park. Drake Toll alongside Austin Dakuda. And we welcome you into the Tim Elstrom Broadcast Center as well. Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us on YouTube. We're also live on Mixlr. That is mixlr.com/something. If you just go on there and look up Harbor Hawks, you can probably find us. And Austin, wave hello to the people.
Hello.
Little booth cam there. You know, when you slammed down your book over here, you unplugged our monitor.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, you found a way. Jackson Baumeister comes out for the Harbor Hawks, back onto the mound, and boy, if there's anybody in this Harbor Hawk team that's really ramped up for the draft, maybe not this one, but next year's, it's got to be Baumeister. On all of the projections that we've seen, Baumeister is pretty much the highest one across the board for Hyannis.
Yeah, some drafts had him as high as 17, but it's pretty consistent that he is a first-round pick throughout most of the mock drafts.
Baumeister will face Brito here. Chris Brito is the first baseman today, batting the 4-hole, and he'll take a fastball 91 miles an hour high. You don't see the velo dip very quickly from Baumeister. He's able to hold that out through a good portion of the ball game. Got great endurance, great stamina. He goes off speed. That one's a cold ball outside. That's been a mainstay for a lot of these Harbor Hawk starters. There are plenty of teams we've seen that had their guys go 3 innings, almost no matter the...
Yeah, they tried to put a roster together with starting pitchers who didn't have innings limits per start.
There's the off-speed whiff. 74-mile-an-hour curveball. Now a 2-1 count, 91 miles an hour. Hey, I'm going to drop at 17, 30-74. Best of luck.
It's interesting. Falmouth's velo or radar gun had him at 76 on the breaking ball, 93 on the fastball.
That one grounded a jab at third base, grounded foul.
Either way, he's still 17 miles different between the fastball and curveball, so that's very consistent.
So what are you saying? You saying?
Just saying the radar guns vary, but they're picking up the differences in speed is just the same.
Yeah. So which radar gun's right?
Well, which team do you want it to be right for? If Jackson Baumeister's on the mound, Falmouth's correct.
Yeah. All right. The 2-2 from Baumeister. Brito rips that one to center field. And for the third straight inning, the Bourne Braves start their inning with a base hit.
I think he broke his bat on that, too. Just a nice job waiting on the breaking ball and did get it on the handle, but enough power just to get it out to the outfield for a base hit.
So Brito is followed up in this lineup. Brito did that earlier, too. He's now 2 for 2 today. He's followed up in the lineup by Brennan Malone. No, Brennan Malone precedes him in the lineup. How about we bring up Evan Slate, Rutgers right fielder. Steps in today. Redshirt sophomore season at Rutgers was pretty good. Against righties, he hit .317, had a .437 OBP, and slugged .472. He is 1 for 1 on the day and skies that one to left field. Tito Flores going back. Flores makes the grab. Harmless play, and running back to first base is Chris Brito, who will camp out there as Wyatt Hensler comes to the dish.
It's a good bounce back by Jackson to get an out, and now double plays in order here for a guy who you hit on the helmet with a breaking ball earlier in the game.
Yeah, not the nicest thing to do. That was part of a bases loaded jam that Baumeister got himself into with nobody out. Found a way to work his way out with only 1 run coming across. Now the first pitch that he deals Wyatt Hensler, who's at the designated hitter spot today. As a ball inside, runner goes. Campbell picks it up, throw down a second is not in time. Jacob Campbell let that ball bounce out in front of him, not by much, but smart on the 4-hole hitter, Chris Brito, to go.
It's good base running by Brito, and by the time Campbell's able to get the ball and make a throw, it was no shot at getting the runner.
Now, Hensler, his year against righties at Penn, he bat .362 with a .465 OBP, .674 slugging. His numbers from the spring are phenomenal. The 1-0. Baumeister deals home, breaking ball, fouled off to the left side. And that's a big part when you take a guy out of the Ivy League, somebody who put up pretty gaudy numbers, and that's what you get out of Wyatt Hensler. Harbor Hawks have their fair share of that as well. Princeton guy, Harvard guy. You really got to put up eye-popping stuff in these smaller schools to find your way to the Cape, and that's what a guy like Wyatt Hensler will do. He's got the 1-1 from Baumeister. That one's fouled off right behind him and right into our crowd mic.
Yeah, 1-2, a lot of places you can go. Maybe the breaking ball again. That's what he's favored to right-handed hitters with 2 strikes today.
Hensler readies for the 1-2. Hensler's batting .245 coming into this one. He's going to sky one foul back behind us. On his year, got a couple of extra base hits, 12 hits total and 49 at-bats.
The other 20.
Scored 6 runs, struck out 11 times, walked 5. Now the 1-2. Baumeister ahead in the count. Florida State product, sets on the right side, deals from the stretch. Eyes briefly, comes home. That's a fastball, 91, high and away. Nothing doing from Hensler. He stays alive. Jackson Baumeister, 6'4", 225 freshman. Had a great year for FSU. He'll have a new skipper in Tallahassee come next season. And time is called. The at-bat for Wyatt Hensler will stay alive. He's a 55% pull hitter, too. Only 18% oppo. So he really likes to get ahead of a lot of the pitchers that he sees. Now, again, at Penn, it felt like Hensler just overmatched most of the pitchers that came to the mound against him. Now the 2-2 from Baumeister, trying to set down another. There's fastball, chest level. 93 miles an hour. Wyatt Hensler won't bite. That's the fastest pitch we've seen today from Jackson Baumeister.
Not really a bad spot either to go on 2-2, but now 3-2, you really have to throw something in the zone. But, I mean, first base is open with 1 out, so it wouldn't be the worst thing if you do lose him.
The 54th pitch that Jackson Baumeister will throw today ensues on the payoff. That one's cut on and missed, and Wyatt Hensler goes back to the dugout, representing the second out of the top of the 4th. And with a runner still in scoring position, Jackson Baumeister is an out away from another unscathed inning.
It's a great pitch by Baumeister. That breaking ball that has so much break to it, drops off the plate, starts at your thigh, ends up at your ankle. Not much you can do but swing through it.
Baumeister came into this game with a 4.50 ERA. He's worked that ERA down to 2.45. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that will do.
John Peck to the dish, third baseman from Pepperdine. 6 foot tall, 190-pound righty. Righty on righty matchup. Baumeister will step off, check over to second base, and I don't think Chris Brito's going anywhere.
Probably not. Baumeister doesn't want him to get too comfortable, though, or too big of a lead, so at least show him you're thinking about him.
Yeah. First pitch that Baumeister will deal away to Peck is, there's a big hack. Didn't get close, 91 on the fastball. Maybe Peck was expecting off speed.
Looks like he pulled up a bit on that one, kind of the head, and then the head came out a bit. Uppercut swing, trying to really park that pitch.
On the scouting report, it says here that Peck is really, he'll bite on a fastball high, as he did right there, and he fouls another one off. But on a fastball, he's really has a tendency to do that.
Oh, he saw 2 in a row and 2 swings. One just way off and one really late. So now 0-2. I don't know that you triple up on it, but to this guy who's such a heavy fastball swinger, I guess, it's all he really swings at. Might as well.
Heavy fastball swinger.
I don't know how to describe it.
Strikeout pitch is a slider low and away. We'll see if they go there. It's a fastball high, 89. Baumeister takes a little off of it. Maybe you do get that slider. We've seen the curveball, pretty dominant curveball from Baumeister today.
Could try it again. Try the curveball here, 1-2.
Why not?
Mine as well. Such a wipeout pitch.
Yeah, he only chases, Peck that is, only chases the curveball 14% of the time. Now the 1-2. There's a slider that's just a little low. And by slider, I meant curveball.
Yeah,
74 miles an hour.
74, and that 14% just got a little lower. The guy did not go after that pitch. It was a good one that a few other Bourne Braves have swung through. Now a 2-2, probably go back to that fastball up in the zone.
2-2, 2 down, and a runner on second base for Jackson Baumeister. Righty sets from the stretch and deals home. There is a called strike 3. Jackson Baumeister sets down John Peck and retires the top of the 4th inning. Bourne leaves another stranded in scoring position, and the Harbor Hawks have kept this ball game knotted at 1. That's your score between Hyannis and Bourne when we return to the bottom of the 4th on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
What are you looking forward to? Adding a takeout window?
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement.
Checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you. Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Well, they are playing baseball at McKeon Park today. I'm Drake Toll. Austin Dakutas to my left. We're talking about baseball today. We're talking about the second best team in the Cape Cod Baseball League, your Hyannis Harbor Hawks.
They've showed you exactly why they've asserted themselves in that 2 spot thanks to great starting pitching, another good outing so far for Jackson Baumeister, and the bats are already getting going a bit. 4 hits. They've had a couple of chances to score. They can do something here.
Due up in the bottom of the 4th for Hyannis is Jacob Campbell, Christian Moore, Dominique Patel. If any of those are to reach, the 9-hole hitter Philip Matulia will come to the dish. Campbell is 0 for 1 with a strikeout on his day, batting .245 on Cape Cod, and takes a called strike 1 with the first pitch he sees in this at-bat from Tulloch. Tulloch's 0-1. Campbell clips that one into the glove of the catcher. Jacob Campbell down 0-2. Catcher out of Illinois. Guy that plays every other day, and now his 0-2 pitch. That one is grounded softly to the left side. Campbell hauling it to first. Peck's throw to first is in time. Got him by a half step. Jacob Campbell is retired back to the dugout, and on comes Christian Moore.
Great play by Peck, who's already made a couple of sensational grabs over at the hot corner, and well, Campbell heads back to the dugout, unfortunately.
Christian Moore, second baseman today for the Harbor Hawks from Queens, New York. 6'1", 205 pounds, hitting from the right side. Through 27 at-bats, he's got 6 hits, batting .222. First pitch he sees, that one's way high, way outside, called ball 1.
Certainly a patient hitter is Christian Moore for, at such a young age, real good discipline, doesn't chase a ton.
Yeah. Moore came into the Cape Cod Baseball League and in his first 3 games had 3 hits as he whiffs on that one. In total went 3 for 8 in games against Bourne and a doubleheader against Chatham. Over the course of the last 4 games, though, just 1 hit to his name. He did walk 4 times at Wareham, though, so his OBP is A-OK. The 1-1 to Moore, that one's low. Speaking of OBPs, Hyannis is pretty good at that.
They do get on base quite often.
335 mark for Hyannis this season, second best in the Cape Cod Baseball League. Now the 2-1 to Moore. Christian watches that one low, 3-1. He has been a walk machine.
Yeah, he has, and that one didn't skip in, so I guess it was too high to be a strike. I don't know.
That looked pretty good.
Not a consistent zone.
If you're a Bourne fan out there who is watching the stream today, hello. Glad to have you. There's a 5-ball walk issued to Christian Moore, and we'd like to apologize for that being called a ball. Is a neat part of the Cape Cod Baseball League and kind of the broad. You know, we've talked about this a couple of times as Dom Patel comes to the dish. As much as it's a league for players to come and make their own and show their best to scouts across America, there are a lot of broadcasters for each team across the Cape that are doing the exact same thing. And so always a pleasure for these games where Hyannis is on the road. You get a lot of fans that watch the home broadcast, see the live video, and a lot of great talent across the league. Check over to first base and Christian Moore. Nothing doing there as Dom Patel lines up from the left-handed batter's box. 1 on and 1 down here. The bottom of the 4th for the Harbor Hawks in a 1-1 game against Bourne. Check over again to Christian Moore.
Oh, boy.
Let's play this game. Boy, Tulloch has probably done that 10 times, without exaggeration.
More than 10. He has thrown over twice to Moore already. Threw over to Jeb about 5 times. Got Tito after the 3rd try.
There's one fouled off. Back behind by Dominique Patel. And that's just his thing. Some guys have their thing.
Yeah, that might be his.
Maybe unreasonable throws to first base.
I get wanting to keep the guy close, right? But,
well,
I mean,
even
4 and 3 in a row is
Christian Moore's not. Oh,
goodness.
jeez. Nothing doing again. Wouldn't you know, it didn't work. Christian Moore was ready. He's not the fastest guy either.
No, he's fast enough to play the corner outfield or second base spot, but he's not center field speed, you know?
No, he's got decent speed, but as Patel shows bunt, I've seen this song and dance before. That's a called strike. That's the same thing that happened the last time these two guys were up.
Patel loves to try to bunt. He does that quite often early in counts, and if it doesn't go so well, he's content with swinging away, too. Did so successfully in his first AB.
Did have a hit earlier in the game, and whoa, checks off to Christian Moore at first base. Nearly got him. That's a joke. Now the 0-2 to Dom Patel, batting .207 with a homer and 7 RBI this season. Tulloch deals home. That one's outside. Just toying with you with the 0-2 count. You work with a few.
Yeah, well, at some point on 1 and 2, he's going to come to the plate with probably another fastball up and in, but I have a feeling he might try to throw over to first again before that.
Tulloch has thrown 75 pitches, 42 strikes, 22 balls, and 11 pickoff moves.
That's the number?
I don't know. Sounded good. You believed it. Now the 1-2 to Dom Patel. Lefty comes home with it. That one's in the dirt, gets away from the catcher. And Christian Moore's going to take second. Christian Moore's trying for third, and he's going to hold up, trot back to second. Frick had no idea where that baseball went, and his pitcher Tulloch had to come over and save him.
Yeah, Tulloch spiked it before home plate. When that happens, it can be so unpredictable as to where the ball is going to bounce, and you really put your catcher in a tough spot trying to locate it. And, well, luckily for Bourne, they only hold Moore to moving from first to second, but now the Hawks with a man in scoring position.
Yeah.
For Patel, at the least, you need to move him 90 feet away.
2-2 for Dom. Big spot here. Guys 1 for 1 today. Trying to make something happen here at the bottom of the 4th. Take a lead. Yeah. There's just a vote of respect there, or I don't.
Yeah. Step off.
Yeah. Tulloch just kind of waved at Christian Moore, said, we're not going to hold you on, man. Okay. Sweet. The 2-2 to Patel. There's a whiff. That'll send Patel back to the dugout on the strikeout and bring Philip Matulia, the 9-hole hitter, to the dish. Matulia, no stranger to big hits and big moments and big RBIs.
Yeah, Phil's had a couple big hits for the Hawks this year. He had a nice home run to right field here at McKeon Park. And although left-handed pitchers are tougher on Matulia, he still makes plenty of contact.
Mention how Philip was the first base coach on the 4th of July game Monday until he was called into the ball game to run and ended up scoring a run late.
Hope you've been jogging in place over there, keeping loose. Who's coaching first today? I can't tell. Looks like Brody again?
Yeah, I think so. Matulia takes that one low for a ball. Fastball 89 miles an hour. Tulloch's speed, that velo's ticking down ever so slightly. How about this? Matulia's hometown, Ruston, Louisiana.
Yep.
Guess where he plays college baseball?
Ruston, Louisiana.
Ruston, Louisiana. Louisiana Tech Bulldog receives the 1-0. That one's grounded to the right side. Ball is fielded. Step on first is in time. The Harbor Hawks will strand another in scoring position in the bottom of the 4th. This ball game stays tied at 1-1 when we come back on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news. Some were skeptical. So we're not going to have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
Jackson Baumeister back out on the mound for the top of the 5th inning. Drake Toll alongside Austin Dakota here on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. Baumeister has not gone more than 4 innings in appearance yet. On June 29th at Falmouth, he goes 4 innings. June 22nd against Brewster, he goes 4. And then that Wareham game that we don't talk about, did not go 4.
He did not go 4, unfortunately. But tonight, good to see him back out on the mound. There has been some action in the Harbor Hawk Arm Barn. Ethan Hammerberg in case we need him, but Jackson here is going to get to face 8-9-1, and it's been his fastball, Drake, that he's established early in the counts, and that's what's led him to success.
Well, speaking of going for 4, I'm going to go for a lottery ticket. What do you say? Massachusetts State Lottery is a big sponsor of the Harbor Hawks and the Cape Cod Baseball League. They're celebrating the games we love playing, from the Diamond to the lottery games that help support 351 cities and towns across the Commonwealth. Cheers to 50 years of winning.
And 50 more.
Here's a pitch to number 4 from Jackson Baumeister. It is skied and fouled away. There's a addition to the segue as well there.
Yeah, I liked it. It's a good one. 8 out of 10.
Thomas Frick is at the dish out of UNC. You can hear the sounds of the ballpark here at McKeon.
Yeah.
And I'll say, look, let's be candid, because we should be. We can be. The 0-1 to Frick. That one, he lays off. Did he go? No, he didn't. 1-1. The ballpark didn't have the best crowd to start tonight.
No, yeah.
First inning, you're wondering where, all right, maybe they'll trickle in. And they did. They absolutely did. I mean, they filled this place out. Really good crowd in the 1-1. There's a called strike, 85. Look at the slider coming in on the righty from Baumeister.
Cape League is in the house tonight, too. A couple of their interns here doing some reporting.
Yeah.
Our pal from Synergy, Ethan.
I think I saw Reed Becker as well.
Yeah, Reed Becker, the Cape League reporter.
Boy, we got an all-star crew.
We do. Packed house to see Baumeister.
The 1-2 from Baumeister. That one's fouled away. And a big thank you to Abby Stokes, Ella Gibson, our director of broadcasting, Harrison Myers. Those are our producers, along with Mike Maynard, who helped bring in the new center field camera today. It's showing you all the action from a new angle.
That was a quick and easy setup. I really enjoyed being out there getting that going.
Oh, you too, by the way. I guess you did help out a bit with that. Now the 1-2 from Jackson Baumeister. Deals at home, and it's in the dirt. Couldn't get Thomas Frick to bite. Thomas out of UNC actually played a super regional at home this season over there
Must
at
be quite the experience.
North Carolina over in Chapel Hill. Yep. Well, they lost. They got walked off in game 2.
Well,
yeah, it's a shame.
Explain that.
The Arkansas Razorbacks, the 2-2 from Baumeister. There's a cut and a miss. Jackson Baumeister add another to your day, a strikeout. That makes number 6 for the Florida State righty.
Well, Jackson Baumeister's fastball overpowers your favorite hitter, and he does it every single time he comes to the mound at this point. He knows how to locate it. He knows when to throw it in the count. and it just makes it so tough for hitters to really get comfortable in the box.
Name a guy. Name your favorite in your head. Your favorite player.
Okay, I got one in my head.
Jackson Baumeister would strike him out.
He would.
100%.
He's done it.
100%. He's done it?
He's done it.
Okay. There's a ball in the dirt to Bryce Eblin from Alabama. Eblin, he bat .242 for the Crimson Tide in the spring. Had a couple of home runs, 22 RBI. Struggled for Alabama. Had 30 strikeouts to 13 walks. Those struggles for him on Cape Cod as he swings and misses have looked like a 146 batting average, but he is 1 for 1 today. Trying to get into a groove, and that's a big part of the scouting report. What do you got?
Jackson just picked up a hunk of dirt.
All right.
Just tossed that to the side and gave a interesting look at it. Just threw it. I've never.
All right.
Oh, I've seen that face before.
Oh, it's the other guy's ticky-tack. There's the 1-1 low and outside.
Yeah, Eblin did have a nice hit earlier in the ball game and stole a bag, but it's interesting to see how hitters make adjustments after a year that they, weren't super happy with at the collegiate level. How do you come to a league with wood bats and adjust from your struggles you have with the metal bat?
2-1 from Baumeister. That one is fouled off to the right by Eblin, easily out of play. That's the breaking ball again there from Baumeister. And you're facing a guy, Eblin, who's trying to get himself going. He was on base earlier in this game. Statistics show you that'll be the only time he gets on base, gets a base hit today. Imagine if that was the world we lived in. 250 meant 1 for 4 every night.
Yeah, that would be quite the. You'd have to really order your batting lineup specifically and really cross your fingers that those 1 for 4s happen back to back to back.
Right, that's what Eblin's been staring down this season, trying to get into a groove out of the 9-hole too. That doesn't help too much.
It's hard to do when you might only get 3 at bats a night, and you're facing, starting pitcher twice, then a couple relievers.
2-2 from Baum. Oh, that is just called a ball, 91 miles an hour. Again, that velo has stayed there for Jackson Baumeister. The guy, look, he's just going to pump it that hard as long as he's in the ball game.
That's what separates him from a lot of guys his age and in his class. He has the same velocity he starts the game with 70 pitches into his night.
3-2. Oh, Eblin calls time. Let's build a little suspense here with a 3-2 count at the top of the 5th inning.
Yeah, see, he's got a flair for the dramatic.
Okay, all right. Saw him dancing second base earlier. The payoff pitch from Baumeister. That one's fouled off and into the screen over the left side. Tell you what, at Falmouth, got to be heads up. Got to be
Falmouth and YD. Yep. Hope you brought your glove and your helmet.
Right. Can only imagine. You just bring a fan onto the field, play left field at some point at YD.
Hey, you want to warm up the catcher or the pitcher? That is. Just come right on. You get 2 steps and you're there.
Yeah.
Bullpen.
Not a lot of security there either.
No.
Now the payoff pitch again from Baumeister. We'll do it all over from the windup. Good night. Bryce Eblin goes back to the dugout with Baumeister's 7th strikeout.
4 straight punch-outs by Jackson Baumeister. They can't touch him right now. He has found his groove on the mound. Had a couple of base runners reach in that 2nd inning, but since then, lights out. Untouchable.
I like that guy. I think he's going to be good.
I would say so. I'm no scout.
He's got potential.
Yeah.
Hey, you're no scout, but there's plenty of them here that can teach you. That one is fouled back away by Rocafort. Rocafort from Louisiana Lafayette. Have I told you he had 16 home runs and 68 RBI in the spring?
I feel like I've heard it before, but I don't know if it was from you. I can't remember.
Yep.
It was floated out there.
We have that other guy. It's a big Lafayette fan in the press box. That ball's in the dirt. Center fielder today is Rocafort. On the left side, 6'1", 195. What else do I know about him? 25 stolen bases in the spring, which is good.
Yeah. It's always a bonus when your leadoff man has power and speed.
Yeah. Here's the 1-1 to Rocafort. That's a high fastball away. Just give you something to see.
Yeah, here's my fastball. Just hope you log that one in the back of your brain.
Swing. Baumeister donning 33 today, the same number that Austin Amaral wore that one time.
Against Bourne.
Forgot his jersey.
Bourne's used to the number 33.
The 2-1 from Baumeister. That one's grounded to the right side. Shaniel picks it up. The flip over to Baumeister. Jackson is there, and Jackson has retired the 5th inning. Baumeister has thrown 47 strikes, 29 balls, and if his day is done, he's gone 5 spectacular innings.
Could really not be better.
No, well, there was the 1 earned run.
So what? Can't be perfect.
1-1 score. We go to the bottom of the 5th in the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network. we're going to send it down to Bria Losick, who's on the baseline. Bria?
Thanks, guys. Yesterday was a much-needed off day for the Harbor Hawks after 7 straight days of playing baseball. And a lot of the guys spent their night last night at Fenway Park watching the Red Sox take on the Rays. And one of those was Riku Nishida, who said that it was his second ever professional baseball game that he's ever been to. And for someone who wants to play professionally one day, he said that he doesn't really watch baseball that much, or any sports for that matter, which can definitely be attributed to how he plays so unconventionally. He said that the one sport that he does watch is kickboxing. Back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Bria. Always a pleasure, and great to know about Riku Nishida, who attended his second Major League Baseball game. I think we get that video still of all the guys sitting there. You can see Austin Strickland. There's Strickland. Riku's somewhere in this bunch. There he is, right there. Yellow shirt. You can't see him because Nolan Chaniel is covering him up. Riku had this yellow shirt on, all the swagger. 2 earrings in, had the black hat going on, just chilling. The dude looked legit.
He also said a couple weeks ago he does not watch baseball. So that's certainly interesting. He did watch some last night, though.
Yeah, he did. Kind of have to when you're in the
When you're there, you kind of have
MLB
to.
game.
Well,
yeah.
some fans rather watch their phone. But
Mitch Jebb will come to the plate. Hey, I'm one of those fans.
Yeah.
Well, lay off. First pitch he gets from Tulloch is a called strike. Looked a little outside to my eye, but that's kind of how they go around here. Anything 2 inches off the plate, you can best bet. Anything 2 inches on the plate, on the inside, no.
Nope. That is.
Here's the 1-0. It's a ball low and away. To those who are using our Honeydew Donut live fan feedback, thank you. We have John Cabral on here again. Kevin Weedell says P, period. Couldn't agree more. A 2-0 to Mitch Jebb. Jebb fouls that one back straight away. J.E. Jason says hello. So does Eric Weiss. So hello to those who are listening. And please do make sure to comment on the live fan feedback brought to you by Honeydew Coffee. Great to have you on YouTube and Mixler. Drake Toll alongside Austin Takuda and our great producers. Yeehaw.
That's them, the producers.
2-1 to Mitch Jebb from Tulloch. Jebb grounds out and back up the middle. Going to be a tough play. Jebb, speedy Jebb to first. Was he there in time? No, he was not. Half stab and a great play by Shaw to beat him out there. Could have been another infield single. It would have been Jebb's second. But Shaw coming across the diamond with great speed retires him, and now Nolan Chaniel comes to the dish. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
Not yet.
It's going to be Justin Hyannis instead. Yeah.
Both left-handed hit at first baseman.
I had you convinced, didn't I?
No.
The folks at home are ready for it. False
wasn't.
advertising.
Yeah.
First pitch that Hyannis sees. He grounds it right to Eblin at second base. Eblin's toss over to first. Can of corn. And the second out of the bottom of the fifth here is retired. See that action in the Harbor Hawk bullpen is ramping up here. A big righty throwing, possibly Hammerberg.
That's the hammer.
Yeah. The eyesight's getting better. Hammerberg is one of the, you can hear it in the crowd mic. The pitches, the warm-up pitches he's throwing down there. He throws that hard. They call him the hammer for a reason. Listen to this.
Should put a crowd mic in the bullpen.
You hear that? Off in the distance. We should. That'd be good. Pick up some interesting
Pick up
conversations.
the glove. You put one right where the catcher sits.
Tito Flores is at the dish. He's going to watch ball one. It's outside. Heading the count 1-0, which is typically what happens when you take ball one outside.
Yeah. Well,
count goes 1-0. The 1-0. Flores will foul that one off to the right. How about that wind? We get to the ballpark. There's nothing but wind. There's nothing like the press box. You can't put a paper down. You can't move because the wind is going to blow something over. Not a lick of it anymore. That's Cape Cod for you.
Nope.
Or Phoenix. Or anywhere where there's wind.
Yeah, wind is unique to the Cape.
It's funny how that works, the 1-1. That's a called ball outside. I think it's my favorite thing in America. There are a lot of cool American things, but that's my favorite. Well, that's the weather in New Jersey. Is it?
Nah.
It's kind of how the weather goes most places.
Yeah.
Unpredictable. The 2-1 to Tito Flores. Yoof.
See ya.
That's a big cut and a miss.
Now 85, I can't tell if that's his fastball just slowed down a bit or if that's something like a cutter maybe. It's hard to tell.
Or just the gun. It might be the gun.
Could just be that.
Really could. The 2-2 with 2 down to Flores.
Quick pitch, huh?
That one's high. That was a quick pitch. And
he's shocked about that.
Tulloch really wanted it. He said, hey, man, come on. I've been playing baseball for 7 years. I've been playing college baseball for so long.
That's been a ball since you started there,
Yeah.
Tulloch.
Tulloch has had 7 stops. 3 of them colleges, 4 of them summer ball. Now the 3-2 pitch to Tito Flores. Flores takes that one low. Tulloch will not protest. He trots down to first, and up comes, Nolan Shanuel.
You've been so excited to see him at the plate. We thought he was coming up about 3 minutes ago.
Yeah, not even lying to you this time. Shanuel steps the dish. He's 16 for 68 coming into this game, but oh boy, somebody that's hitting the baseball, seeing it well right now. Nolan Shanuel's that guy. He's got 2 hits today. He is 2 for 2 and has scored the only run for the Harbor Hawks.
It's a busy day.
Let's see what he can do here. First pitch that he gets, guns that one to the right side foul, and 358 to right field. If he's going to pull one here, you really got to get a hold of it. Because the fence is so deep. Center's only 379. I think that's the shortest we've seen on Cape Cod.
Well, no, wide D is about 340.
Yeah. Wareham's 500.
No, good luck.
Oh, the 0-1 to Nolan Shanuel is taken high and inside. It's a football field at Wareham.
Yeah, you hit one in the right center at Wareham, and you got yourself not only a touchdown, but maybe an inside the park home run.
Pew, pew. The 1-1 count to Nolan Shanuel. A little moving and shaking. Time is called. Steps back in. Tito Flores at first base. Would like for him to score. The 1-1 to the 2-2 Shanuel.
Long stare at a guy who's one step off.
Ping. Shanuel takes that one high and inside on the 78-mile-an-hour breaking ball. Could have been 83. Could have been 73. Been told that the pitch speed here at Judy Walden Scarafile Field varies between 3 to 5 miles per hour. So, okay, take that as you will. 2-1 to Flores. That's a ball outside. Now 3-1. We'll see if the control becomes an issue for Tulloch. There is one pitcher who's warming up out in the arm barn. Tulloch has thrown 82 pitches today. Keep him out there. 3-1 to Nolan Shanuel. That one's in the dirt. And he'll take first base, and that could very well be the day on Adam Tulloch. No action yet out of the dugout. They may just leave the guy. Okay, Cole Mcconnell comes to the plate. Tulloch at 84 pitches now, and Cole Mcconnell is not exactly who you want to see in this spot. And wouldn't you know, here comes a mound visit from Bourne, and almost guarantees a pitching change here as Tulloch's day will likely end at 4 2/3, 84 pitches in total. Not bad work either. He did walk 4, but he also struck out 4, allowed 4 hits, just 1 run that was unearned as well. So if his day ends, looks like it will, not a bad time to be Adam Tulloch on the mound at McKeon Ballpark.
Not at all. He got off to a little bit of a strong start, but then slowed down middle innings, and now he's kind of lost it a bit at the end as the pitch count's risen a bit. Oh, the home plate umpire going to get on the mound visit too, huh?
Hey, you guys. What are you talking about?
No pitching change.
Okay. So, I don't know. Look, I'm not a pitching coach.
Yeah.
The furthest I pitched was my freshman year of high school, and I wasn't good enough. I got cut. So, I don't know a lot about how these visits typically go. But if you're a coach, 2 down, runner on first and second, I mean, is this a game to stall? What are you saying to Adam Tulloch, who's thrown a ton of pitches right now? What are you saying?
Hey, man, you think you can get him in the zone here to Cole McConnell?
Remember that strike thing you did a while back?
Yeah, try that.
Let's go back to that. Let's call the strike play.
Yeah, sounds good.
Here's the first pitch to Cole. McConnell awaits it and takes 87-mile-an-hour fastball. Well, maybe that's what it was.
Could be 92, could be 83.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, take about 3 miles off your velo, put it in the zone, see what happens. See if Cole McConnell pulls one 400 to right field.
Right.
Barely gets over the wall. The 0-1 to Cole. Louisiana Tech Bulldog, starting center fielder for the Harbor Hawks today, will just foul tip one into the glove of Frick. Nolan Shanuel at first, Tito Flores at second. Cole McConnell is at the dish. If he's able to reach, Jacob Campbell, the catcher's behind him. The 0-2 pitch from Adam Tulloch, trying to work his way out of the bottom of the 5th. McConnell's trying to give the Harbor Hawks a lead. Cole will foul that one off, fights it off back behind him, and you can see from Tulloch, he's not going to waste a pitch there. He's fighting for the zone here. He's trying to get out of this 5th inning and leave his day done.
Well, McConnell's got to continue to protect here on 0-2. He can't afford to go down looking with the guys on, but it's always good to make the guy who's throwing over 80 pitches continue to work.
The 0-2 to McConnell. Tulloch sets from the stretch again. McConnell watches that one chest level, and don't want to will anything into existence here for Cole, who today is batting out of the 5-hole. He's got 17 strikeouts in the season. We've mentioned how he's got the best batting average on the team, but strikeouts have been an issue for him at Louisiana Tech and now for the Harbor Hawks. Trying to break out of that. I mean, the more power you add, the more you tend to strike out. They're trying to even things out for McConnell. Now the 1-2 to him. He's going to fan and miss at that one. You hear Frick got real excited as Tulloch is able to work his way out of the bottom of the 5th. They strand Shaniel at first. Tito Flores in scoring position at second. And we take you to the top of the 6th on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Traffic is treacherous. There's a fender bender on the pike. Gonna be a wicked commute. The expressway's backed up to the gas tanks. Gridlock. Crawl. Snarl. Jam up. Bottleneck. Log jam. 128 is a parking lot. You'll be late for supper tonight.
Keeping your car road ready is what we do best. At Sullivan Tire, we're always here to get you there.
Hey, we get you there too.
Having a 5G phone that's not on T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing ice hockey. Using pool noodles. Get out of the penalty box with 5G coverage like this. T-Mobile has more 5G bars in more places than anyone. T-Mobile, more 5G bars in more places. Another reason T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
What our 2 producers looks like. A big thank you to them for everything they've done for us all season long, and Mike Maynard as well, who's down baseline with Bria, and what a shot that is of Ethan Hammerberg, who's coming to the game for the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, Hammerberg's been very reliable for the Hawks all season long. The big right-hander from Ohio State. Hammerberg 1-0 on the year, a 1.29 ERA, and through 7 innings pitched, just 2 hits, 1 run, and 4 punch-outs for the Hammer.
Hammerberg has been one of the best arms out of the bullpen for the Harbor Hawks, and you saw a glimpse earlier of our producers behind us, and a big thank you to Ella Gibson and Abby Stokes. I've been told it's been radioed into us, so we did not have audio over any of that, so you just got a booth shot of our producers who are hard at work today and have the center field camera for us, and so chimed back in right back into when that center field camera came out, and I guess they're shy today. But a big thank you to Ella Gibson, Abby Stokes, Mike Maynard, who's down on the baseline, Harrison Myers, Director of Broadcasting. Takes a village, and we certainly have a great one here at McKeon Ballpark as Ethan Hammerberg readies for his first pitch of the day for the Harbor Hawks. First pitch that he deals, that one is skied foul and out of play to the right side against Matt Shaw, Maryland shortstop, who's wearing number 24 today. Shaw on his day is 0 for 2, but he's batting .327 on the season. That is good. The 0-1 to Matt. Hello, Matt. There's a called strike.
Yeah, Hammerberg's last outing was against the Bourne Braves.
Yes, it was.
3 innings of no-hit baseball with 1 punch-out.
Boy, wasn't that a game, too? That was that game at Bourne,
yeah.
the balk-no-balk game. The 0-2 from Hammerberg. That one grounded right at Dom Patelli. Patelli scoops, Patelli fires, Patelli records the first out at the top of the 6th.
Hammerberg hasn't racked up as many punch-outs here in the Cape League as he did at Ohio State, but it's been his location that's really put him above and beyond. You saw it right there. He puts the ball exactly where Jacob Campbell calls for it, and forces these hitters to make relatively weak contact, and it's the trust in his defense that he has that's really propelled him to success this season.
The Hammer from the windup, big righty. Standing to get 6'5", 245 deals, and that's a ball low, 92 mile an hour fastball that just missed. I think they call Ethan Hammerberg the Hammer because he is really big and throws 92 mile an hour fastballs.
Could be one of the reasons.
Fastball 93 outside. The guy's pretty good at the whole baseball thing.
That he is.
Now the 2-0. That one's fouled away to the right. Sun going down here. Luckily we have lights.
Yeah,
so
we do.
That won't be a factor as it was against YD on 4th of July. What a factor it was in the end, too. Huh?
Good luck. Needed flashlights.
Yeah.
See the end of that game.
2-1 from the righty. Deals it. That one's laced into left field. Tito Flores is right there, though. Records the second out of the top of the 6th. And Hammerberg's given up a couple of shots here. One foul, and you saw a pretty good piece of hitting there from Brennan Malone, but so far been able to get his way through 2 of these Bourne batters and bring up Chris Brito.
Well, sometimes you hit the ball hard, but it's just right at somebody. That's how baseball goes, and that's how it went for Brennan Malone.
Chris Brito's trying to pull himself out of a slump. He is 2 for 2 today. First pitch he sees is a called strike, 76 on the curveball.
That's something we didn't see a ton of from Hammerberg in this last outing. It was a lot of fastballs early. Fastball changeup. Now you're going to see that breaking pitch mixed in a bit more.
The Hammer, the 0-1. There's another breaking ball. Where did that miss? Well, great question. I'm also asking. Hammerberg is 21 years of age and 200 days. So, what's that?
I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the umpire here yelling at the Bourne. Oh, boy.
I'd like to know why he's yelling at the Bourne dugout. It's a 1-1 count. There is a...
So, he's telling the guy who's in the hole that he has to be in the dugout, which is not really true.
No.
He shouldn't be swinging, which he's not. He's just standing there with the bat.
The 1-1 from Hammerberg. That one's fouled away to the right side. Looks like Nolan Shaniel will not have room, and looks do not deceive me.
Yeah, people were ducking, but that ball is 50 feet over their heads into the woods.
Yep.
So,
fun souvenir for a
snake,
squirrel. Yeah, that's where I was going to go with that one.
Or a harbor hawk,
woodland creature. Now the 1-2.
I've seen a snake over there. Right where that ball
You have seen a snake. What were you doing when you saw that snake?
I was looking for a foul ball, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
What were you doing before you were looking for that foul ball?
I was probably on the phone or something, taking a walk.
I've been told there used to be some restrooms out in the woods in right field.
Well, sometimes, last year.
Nature calls.
Yeah.
The 1-2 from Hammerberg from the windup. There's an off-speed inside, 74 miles an hour. Not going to get that call, mostly because it's not a strike.
Well, yeah, sometimes you get some that aren't strikes, as we saw one that was bowled in earlier.
Yeah.
But, hey.
That'll happen every now and then. The 2-2 with 2 down. No, it is a called ball, 92 mile an hour fastball to Jacob Campbell. This view, too. As a fan at home, you're getting a great view of the pitches. I'm going to stop watching the game, start watching this guy.
That's what I've been trying to do to see where the location is.
Tempting. Payoff pitch. That one's a called strike 3. Go back to the dugout. Chris Brito as the 3rd out of the top of the 6th. And Ethan Hammerberg works 1, 2, 3. That'll bring up the Harbor Hawks in the bottom of this inning, trying to put themselves ahead in this one. We got a 1-1 ball game between Bourne and Hyannis on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Bronk.
What up, TB?
What do you think my next move should be? Give it to me straight. Maybe it's just time I hang him up.
I got one word for you. Retirement. If you retire now, you're gonna be walking on soft sand in a week. Just come to Florida and feel the wind in your hair. Retirement is like winning another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
On the Spotty Network, this is what Tom heard.
If you retire now, you're soft and weak. Just come to Florida and win another one. Maybe I'll even join you.
Just go win another one.
Like it's that easy, Gronk. Maybe it is. I still feel like I have a lot to accomplish. My goal is to win one more. And Gronk's coming with me.
I'm retired from retiring? Mom, where are my football pants?
Don't trust big decisions to just any network. Go with T-Mobile, the GO in 5G.
And I'm not soft or weak either.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G.
Welcome back to McKeon Ballpark. Drake Toll alongside Austin Dakuda as the beautiful rendition of Charlie Brown by the Coasters finds its way through the airwaves at McKeon Ballpark. And what better to get you fired up here in the bottom of the 6th inning where the Harbor Hawks will see a pitching change for Bourne. And speaking of making a call to the bullpen,
you think they did so using?
They probably took that little wired-in phone down there that is serviced by T-Mobile. What just happened?
He just wanted to throw to second and spiked it into the ground. It rolled to third.
All right. Hello, Frick.
Their classic 2-5-4 throwdown.
Right. T-Mobile's proud to sponsor the Cape Cod Baseball League. They believe that when small towns thrive, America thrives.
That they do.
Yeah. That's why we're investing billions to bring fast, reliable, affordable wireless service beyond the big cities to small towns across America and Commonwealths. There's never been a better time to join T-Mobile. Visit T-Mobile/across America to find out more. First pitch, Jacob Campbell. Campbell's going to take that one low. And our new pitcher today, we haven't talked about him. He's a new pitcher in the game.
Yeah, we'll stick with a left-hander by the name of Nelson Berkwich from Vanderbilt.
All right.
That's a pretty good school.
Nelson? It is. That will play Vanderbilt baseball. They do
that thing where they send a lot of guys to the bigs.
Yep, they do. David Price went to Vanderbilt.
Yes,
off the top of my dome. The 2-0 here. Showing bunt and pulling back is Campbell. Did he go? No, sirree. 3-0 now. Not the best way to start. Not the best way to start your appearance. 3-0.
Yeah, I guess better than hitting a guy on the first pitch you throw.
Berkwich, 5'11", 193. The 3-0. That's a called strike. You know who this guy is?
Somebody we've seen before.
Yeah, Hundo P.
Yeah.
He's the 5'11" guy. Same one.
Yeah, that's him. That was quite the controversy.
3-1 from Berkwich. That one's low inside. Jacob Campbell, wave hello to all the fans as you trot your way to first base. That is a free pass.
Yeah, you don't have to do too much to get it either.
No. He is a Nelson Berkwich, a product of Boca Raton, Florida, home of FAU, by the way. Went from Boca Raton to Nashville. You know, they say that Boca Raton is the Nashville of northern Florida.
They say it's the what?
Yeah.
Sorry, it took a minute.
No, yeah, you were distracted. Jacob Campbell's at first base. Christian Moore's the dish. The righty takes a strike.
It's the Nashville of Florida?
That's the Nashville of northern Florida, Boca Raton.
So what's the Nashville of southern Florida?
Wouldn't you know, the Everglades. You should hear some of the country music that comes out of the Everglades. It's called strike on Christian Moore. Berkwich, 88-92 with the fastball. 75-79 with a curve. No, I'm just kidding. He doesn't throw a curve. Gotcha. That's the slider, 75-79. That's a slow slider. Change up 76-80. The 0-2 from Berkwich. That one's taken high. That's one of the things Ray Korn has worked with the guys this season too. Putting velo on your slider. You know, Pablo's talked about it. Throw it like a fastball, and then last second, don't.
It's become more popular. I mean, you used to see maybe 10 years ago, guys' sliders were still about 80, 85, but now guys like Jacob deGrom are throwing 93-mile-an-hour sliders.
1-2. Christian Moore grounds that one to the first base side. Fielded cleanly, throw to second in time. Throw back to first. Gets away and toward the dugout. Christian Moore will be safe there. He's grounded into a fielder's choice for the second time today, but he'll be safe at first base. Jacob Campbell will trot back to the dugout, and coming to the plate is Dominique Patel.
Yeah, he just got on top of that one, really beat it into the ground. Good play by Brito to scoop that one and get the out at second, the lead runner, but it's not a little confusion on who's going to cover the first base bag there. You had Brito run back, the pitcher trying to cover, the second baseman trying to cover, and I think that's what caused the throw to be off from shot short and see it skip to the dugout.
Almost a beauty. Dominic Patel now comes up. Possible bunting situation. I mean, it's a 1-1 game here. You're the bottom of the sixth. Middle of the ball game still. It's not gotten too late, but you'd love to have a run as the changeup comes in at 75.
And Patel can bunt for a hit. He's already done it twice this season where he's bunted and also reached base safely, so not necessarily sacrificing an out.
Also Peck at third base. Here he creeps a little bit. All right, kind of coming. He's coming close to the grass. I'll give him credit for that.
They're going back to that same pitch here.
Yep.
There it is.
Time is
same
called.
pitch, yeah.
Yep.
You can tell where Frick is setting up a little bit based on Berkwich's pitches that he throws.
Yeah.
He's so far outside on that breaking ball that it kind of telegraphed what he was going to throw.
You want to know something crazy?
Fastball.
The 0-1. It's fastball. Skied by Patel on the left side of the field. Peck camps, called off by Shaw. Shaw camps, makes the catch in foul territory. Christian Moore goes back to first. You reading signs over here?
Might be.
Oh, no. Well, we've seen that a couple times this season where guys are giving it away.
I won't share with the viewers at home. Let them.
Why wouldn't you share? Well, you got the whole team over there in the dugout. I'm sure they'd love to know. You're one text away from a director of operations that we know.
I'm not a Houston Astros fan.
Okay. Well, if somebody's showing you their pitches, what?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow. Games.
What you were saying an hour ago? Something crazy.
You vying for the sportsmanship award here? Yeah.
You know who won that last year was YD.
There's a called ball outside. How about that?
Bring that home to Hyannis.
We could read your pitches because you're giving them to us, but we won't because.
By the time I mean, I don't have T-Mobile, so my text won't get down there fast enough.
You're sitting in the press box, and you can read what pitch is coming.
Usually we can.
The one we have been multiple times this season.
Yeah.
There was that one guy who was just showing it to you.
Is that Jake Peppers?
Yeah, he would just hold it out from the entire crowd, set and deal. It was Michael Sandstone.
Oh, well, he was elusive.
It worked for him.
He can show you whatever. You're still not going to touch him. I mean,
now 1-1 to Philip Matulia. That one swung on a miss. Know what you're saying. That's not Philip Matulia, at least not the one that I recognize. Yeah. You're right. You'd be right. Philip shaved the beard. No longer looks like Jason Worth. So, again, the big Barstool shirts that are just his silhouette of his big bushy beard. Well, kind of dropped in value a little bit. Hey, what's that guy in your shirt? Oh, it's Philip Matulia. No, it's not.
It's an imposter.
Happens a lot now. There's the 1-2 to Phil. Runner goes. Philip swings, misses. It won't matter. That's going to do it for the bottom of the 6th inning. The Harbor Hawks cannot scratch one over. They have 1 run on 4 hits and no errors. Bourne has 1 run on 4 hits and 2 errors as we go to the 7th inning. It's the final 3 of this ball game, and something's got to break or they'll tie on the Harbor Hawks Baseball Network.
My family earns respect.
My family clears bases.
My family breaks records.
My family wins MVPs.
My family gives everything.
My family makes history.
My family wins championships.
There's no family. There's no family. There's no family.
There's no family like my family.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Join the fam.
Welcome back to McKeon Ballpark, and thank you to Franklin Sports. Drake Toll alongside Austin Dakuda, Abby Stokes, Ella Gibson, Mike Maynard, Bria Losick, Harrison Myers, Karen. We got just about everybody up here in the booth tonight for us, and Ethan Hammerberg comes back out to the mound for the Harbor Hawks. He's thrown 13 pitches, 8 strikes, 5 balls. He came into this game with a 1.29 ERA, even better. Almost lied to you.
Yeah.
And he will face
Evan Slight.
Yep.
That's him.
Yeah, I can see it in the face. First pitch from Hammerberg to Slate. There's a ball. Slate's out of Rutgers. You mentioned Frick earlier, the catcher.
Yep.
From UNC.
That's him.
Tossed a little ball into the dirt.
Yeah, it was a tough one.
The 1-0 from Hammerberg. There's a called strike, 90 miles an hour. Well, Frick. Sorry, it's well. I had something to say, and then I realized what a fun
catcher,
last name. Yeah. Here's the 1-1 from Hammerberg. That's a ball taken outside. He is now played. I was going to say he's making his Cape League debut, but no. He's just looking for his first hit on Cape Cod. It's his 5th game. He's now 0 for 13, if my book tells me correctly, which is seldom wrong, as that one's fouled out of the way. Count evens at 2-2. It's also the top of the 7th inning, meaning we're going to have to find out. We're going to have to answer a question that everyone's asking very soon.
That question would be, what's in the box?
Yeah, that's a good question. Now the 2-2 pitch to Slate. That one's ground on the right side, foul. I'd like to thank all those who are out there watching today, whether you're from Hyannis or Bourne. Great to have you. Tell your friends. MySpace it, tweet it, Instagram it, Facebook it.
Uvu.
Uvu? Is that a thing still?
I have no idea.
VRBO it. However you can get it out to the world. Now the 2-2 pitch from Hammerberg to Slate. No, not quite close. Right-handed batter's box is going to miss, and Hammerberg, fan of the dramatic, has got himself on a 3-2 count here in the first battery season, the top of the 7th. Pitch comes home. That one is going to be a single, as it is skied into center field. Pretty softly, Cole McConnell comes in and grabs it. Hit that one just between Christian Moore and Dominique Patel. And now, can you get this? Bourne has a single to start the top of an inning.
Huh, I feel like I've heard that movie multiple times.
Deja vu.
Man, that's their 4th time they've started an inning with a single.
Wyatt Hensler has come to this. They have 5 hits.
Yeah.
4 of them have come to start an inning.
The Buzzards Bay Braves only have the 1 run, though, today.
It's funny, didn't you know? Bourne doesn't have a baseball team.
Their field address is in Buzzards Bay.
Yeah, they're in Buzzards Bay. Never seen a baseball game in Bourne. There's a ball outside. Hyannis has played at the Braves twice, just not in Bourne.
Played everywhere. Played at Buzzards Bay. Played off Cape Cod.
Yeah, a couple of times now.
Soon enough, we'll play in Connecticut.
Yeah, no kidding. That's coming up on us, isn't it?
That is.
The 1-0 here from Hammerberg to Wyatt Hensler. And there's a 55% pull guy. He takes one low, just low. Hensler on his season came into this one 12 for 49, 244 average, and 5 RBI. Maybe you're at home thinking, 244 average, that's not great. Well, welcome to Cape Cod. It is here.
That's fine. That's
244
above average. I mean, 269 by Hyannis is top 20.
Yeah.
So
the 2-0, that one's a fastball, belt level, called strike at 89 miles an hour. Ethan Hammerberg goes to, oh wow, they have officially changed it on Baseball Reference to the Ohio State University.
You have to call it that now? Is that what I was
told?
told?
You do. It's a copyright infringement if you don't or something. There's a cut and a miss. Well, Hammerberg is originally from
Ohio State University,
yep,
and then it was copyrighted, so now he's from the Ohio State University.
You know where Hammerberg played last summer?
So I'm not going to cheat, so where did he play?
Oh, you know.
Duluth.
Bingo. The 2-2 from Hammerberg to Hensler. That one's skied into right field. It's deep. Matulia goes back near the warning track, makes the grab, throws it back into first base, and back in safely is Slate. Wouldn't you know, that ball went 400 feet.
Stayed in the yard, too,
didn't it? It's a shame that Hyannis right field wall is so deep.
Really good. That one's out at, well, 29 of the 30 Major League parks and 9 of the 10 Cape League parks. So
8 of the 9 parks on Cape Cod.
Right. 8 of the 9 on Cape Cod, and the one that's off.
And the Wareham one. And the football stadium at Wareham they play baseball on sometimes.
The Oakland Coliseum in Wareham.
It can be done. Wareham does it well. They're hosting the All-Star game. There's a big swing and a miss. John Peck, you left your shoes behind.
I mean, Wareham's got a ton of seating. Really nice setup. I like broadcasting there. You get your own little separate box.
That's funny. You didn't go last time. You specifically avoided going to Wareham last time we went.
Well,
Okay. Somebody's been called out.
When I do go, I enjoy.
Speaking of being called out, T-Mobile, 0-1, swing and a miss. Did you know they monitor 100% of the calls?
I've heard that.
That's not true.
Someone told me that.
No, They could have told you that. They could have just chimed in when they were listening to your call. The 0-2 to Pepperdine's John Peck. He's starting at third base today. And he skies one high to center field. Cole McConnell is coming over. That is what they call, in this profession, a can of corn, according to Mr. Rocky. And it is a can of corn there for Cole McConnell. Hey, since we made the UVU plug, or the VRBO plug, 10 new people out there watching. Thanks for joining us tonight on the Harbor Hog Baseball Network. Happy to have you. You know, they call us the ESPN of Cape Cod baseball.
I've heard that.
By they, it is me. I started calling us that today.
Center field camera, 4 different cameras on most nights.
A lot of them are, just feels right. That one's fouled off the right side, and guess who's at the plate?
I don't know any of those players.
Yep.
I just know like
Thomas Frick.
That would be one Thomas Frick out of UNC, still searching for his very first hit as a Bourne Brave. Very first hit as a Cape Leaguer. You see those scores down there at the bottom, too, from the rest people around the league. The people. That one is a hit for a base hit. Into right field, gets past the glove of Christian Williams, and I'm sorry, I'm really distracted by the conversations taking place right under us, really loudly. And you got a group of 4 or 5 guys that are chatting it up there, and that was past the glove of Christian Moore.
That's him. For
a base hit into right field. Christian Williams, I went to high school with.
Did you?
Yeah, shout out. Not too long ago.
Did he teach you how to throw your 4-seam?
I don't know. I wonder what that guy's up to. No, I taught myself how to throw my 4-seam, and you know where that got me?
Greatness.
In the broadcast booth.
Yep.
Well, congratulations to Frick for his first hit as a Cape Cod baseball player for the Bourne Braves this season, as Bryce Eblin fouls that one away. Out of play. Eblin already has 1 hit tonight, typical quota, so we'll see if anything changes here in this at-bat.
As you know, if you come into the game batting .250, you can only go 1 for 4.
Yeah, yep, that's kind of
how
how the
baseball
rules
works.
go.
So
we'll see if he's able to break that. You wouldn't want him to, though. You're a big stats guy.
Yeah, got to keep it even.
The 0-1 here to Eblin. He was 242 in the spring at Alabama. He's the second baseman today. Really good fielder. As he fouls that one off out of play. That's a fun suit. Oh, no.
I hope you don't drive
was that
a
mine?
white Nissan.
Not again.
Yeah.
It's the second time this season.
Sheesh. Tough day.
Wait a second. Ha! Nope. License plate Maryland. That wasn't my white Nissan.
Oh, that was turns out to be a red.
Good deal.
SUV.
The 0-2 to Bryce Eblin. Hammerberg trying to get his way out of the 7th inning. Oh, that's a called ball. Yeah, sometimes I wonder if umpires, they just don't like the called 3rd strike. Maybe they're not confident in their call.
Yeah, want to think about it in front of their pitch, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
They've seen the videos, the otother guys that dance around the 3rd strike call and make a scene. And they think, I don't have that, so I'm just going to lay off. Now the 1-2 from Hammerberg to Bryce Eblin. The righty sets from the stretch, checks second base, deals home. That one comes right back up the middle. Dominique Patel is there. Patel throw on to first in time. And Ethan Hammerberg strands 1-1. 1-2, and the Harbor Hawks keep this game tied at 1-all. We take you to the bottom of the 7th inning on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
What are you looking forward to?
Adding a takeout window.
And more locations.
Paying off my student loans.
Juggling my 4 small businesses and staying sane.
Raising my allowance.
Finishing my painting and starting the next one.
Catching a keeper. Cashing anything.
Making the most of my retirement.
Checking my balance and hopefully having one.
Whatever you want for your family, your business, or your community, talk to us at Cape Cod 5 because we're looking forward to helping you.
This is your time to change your career, to advance your skills, to follow your dream. Curry College Continuing and Graduate Studies. Tomorrow is coming. Be ready.
Coke Zero is now Coke Zero Sugar, with great Coke taste. Some people were excited to hear the news, some were skeptical. So we're not gonna have the star of the show you're watching come out and say, "You'll love it." No special jingle written by this week's hottest pop star. No famous internet celebs who happen to be holding the label just so. Okay, maybe just one little pour shot. The only thing that will make you believe Coke Zero Sugar has great Coke taste is trying it yourself. Ice cold Coke Zero Sugar. Try one today.
Welcome back, everyone, to McKeon Ballpark. Drake Toll alongside Austin Dakuda. If you've been listening to us today and wondering, what do those guys look like? Well, hello. And today
This is us.
It's time to play What's in the Box. We do it every 7th inning. As you see, Mitch Jebb steps the plate down below us. Mitch Jebb, the leadoff hitter for the Harbor Hawks, facing a pitcher for Bourne. And we're going to bounce back and forth between Mitch Jebb and our annual? Game-by-game 7th inning What's in the Box. First pitch to Mitch Jebb. Jebb cracks that one to center field, down for a base hit. All right. Mitch Jebb makes What's in the Box just ever more interesting as Justin Hyannis comes to the plate. Every 7th inning, if you're unfamiliar, we play What's in the Box, because this press box acts as kind of a storage unit for the Harbor Hawk organization, so there are a lot of funky things we found up here over the course of time. Today, first time I've seen one of these in a long time, it's a spork. I have not seen a spork. I thought these things were dead. There's a spork for some reason. We're pretty grainy there, really grainy. There's a spork for some reason. If that pitch by Hyannis is ripped to the right side, it's fair. They throw down to second base. They get Jeb at 2. They throw back to first. They get Hyannis at first. That's double play. Well, maybe What's in the Box isn't so good for the Harbor Hawks. So there's a spork, very grainy. Not only that, I was looking earlier for a bag of chips, and what I found hidden somewhere in this press box is this big bin. It's probably been here for about 6 years. There's dust on the Cape Cod.
They're good
Cape
till
Cod
October,
kettle-cooked chips and about 4 bags of Fritos, which, you know what the worst thing that can happen in life is?
What's
you
that?
want a thing of chips, and you just, all you're met with is
Fritos.
We got Fritos. Hope you like licking salt with a little bit of corn in there.
Well, the Cape Cod chips don't expire till October, so you're in business.
As a culture. Yeah, well, they're 10 years old. They expire after 10 years. So
Fritos go down August 23rd, so run out of times to
Yeah.
enjoy those.
Got to mow through those pretty quick. So what's in the box tonight? It's a box of chips that I found under a bunch of tubs. As Tito Flores flies that out to right field. So no telling how long. Oh, we can see it's less grainy now. The spork. Oh, hey, multi-use spork. One of our producers that said don't. Now, who knows what a spork has been. But first, when's the last time you saw a spork?
Today. I mean,
exactly. That's what I'm saying. Tito Flores, that one is fouled off the right side, fights off the 0-2 pitch. A quick 7th inning here.
Yeah, well, thank you to Honeydew Donuts
Thank
for
you
that.
to Honeydew Donuts for What's in the Box.
Sorry it was so quick.
And for the spork, yeah, sponsored by Honeydew. That's what is in the storage unit. That is the McKeon press box today. We'll be back again tomorrow for What's in the Box, and there are plenty of things that are queued up for that. Oh, look. People are tweeting at you like crazy about What's in the Box. They really like it. The 0-2. Tito Flores does not go. No. Hey, it woke up the first base umpire. Did he go? Hey, whoa.
Not much action on the bases tonight for those guys.
No, he didn't. 0-2. Now 1-2. Oh, boy, the chat's blowing up here. Deborah from Minnesota says, love the What's in the Box segment. Thank you, Deborah. Glad to have you. 1-2 to Tito Flores. Flores takes that one low and in the dirt. Mr. Rocky says, a grumble of pugs in the box. Yeah. Now a 2-2. Mr. Rocky also gave an announcer hit. He says that he's crediting us with Frick's first hit. Thank you. Love a good fan interaction on the Honeydew Coffee live fan feedback. Now the 2-2 pitch to Tito Flores with 2 down here in the bottom of the 7th. Tito fouls off another, and Justin Hyannis makes an impressive effort to bunt that one off to the left and back to the ball boys. Harbor Hawks are trying to put something together, maybe a 2-out rally via the bat of Tito Flores as you hear the big freight train come down the way. Oh, it's a boat, apparently. Now the 2-2 with 2 down. Tito breaks his bat. That was a slow roll to Shaw. Shaw barehands it. Throw to first is in time. Tito Flores is going to need a new bat. And the Harbor Hawks are going to need a new inning to try to go up in this ball game. We will send it down to our sideline reporter, Brio, with a 1-1 score. Hyannis and Bourne are tied.
Thanks, Scott. I'm alongside Jack Idelson, who serves as a scout assistant for the Harbor Hawks. Last year, Jack, you served as a game day operations intern. Why did you decide to come back?
I was just looking for more experience in the baseball field. And I was lucky enough to get the scout assistant job, which has been pretty great so far.
So what does that entail for an everyday duty?
So basically I communicate with the scouts digitally on my phone and as well as at the games. I create stat sheets and pretty much just answer all the questions they need when I know the answer. Sometimes I don't.
So with this position, what do you want to do professionally for your career in the future?
Well, the dream is to work in a front office somehow, but that's pretty tough. But that doesn't actually matter. I like tough things. But yeah, that's basically the goal, but I'll take anything I can get at this point.
All right. Thank you so much, Jack.
Thanks, Bria.
Back to you guys.
Well, thank you, Bria, and thank you, Jack, for being really the middleman between the scouts and these players and giving them an opportunity to play at the next level. We've talked about Artie Jackson-Baumeister, who is likely a top 20 pick in next year's draft, who started on the bump for the Harbor Hawks today, and there are plenty of guys on this roster that'll be right there as picks who go in the first, second, or third round next summer and beyond.
Yeah, this roster is just packed with talent, the Harbor Hawks. If you look up a 2023 MLB mock draft and then take the Hyannis Harbor Hawks roster and compare names, it's going to be chock full of talent.
Yeah. One of those names might just be Jordy Allard.
Yeah, he's been great,
who has entered the ball game to pitch for the Harbor Hawks here. Allard out of Northeastern has thrown 4 times for Hyannis. In total, he has logged 5 1/3. He's got 6 strikeouts, just 2 walks, and 1 hit to his ledger.
He's very deceptive with his pitches and might not necessarily completely overpower you, but he's a guy who's going to locate and has really good movement on his stuff.
He's also 2-0 this season. And have you seen the standings recently in the Cape Cod Baseball League?
I've taken a look.
Well, if you're taking a gander right now, what you would see is the Hyannis Harbor Hawks have the second best record in the entire league. They sit just above YD. Now a half game above YD and a couple of games, 3 games back of Cotuit from the first spot in the West Division, but number 2 spot overall across Cape Cod. It's Cotuit 1 in the West, Hyannis 2, Bourne, who you're seeing today, at 3, Falmouth is at 4, and then Wareham is at 5. All the teams of the West has put together a much stronger look than the East to this point in the year.
The East is essentially YD, Brewster, Orleans, kind of down to those 3. And it's hard to eliminate teams this early, but Chatham and Harwich would need such a big turnaround to.
Hey, Jordy Allard, there's a strike.
Well, I mean, 4 teams get in, so 6, 12, and 3 gets you a playoff spot right now in the East.
Got bad news for Chatham. Harwich just got Brock Wilkin back. A bunch of Team
he
USA
came back?
got. Yeah. Allard's next one. That one's right at Dom Patelli, and what a play. Dom smash. Makes a grab up there, going above the head with a leap and an out. Yeah, Brock Wilkins back.
Really?
I know.
That's interesting.
So he didn't make the travel roster at Team USA.
Well, they must have.
I know.
Quite the roster. 6'5", Cape Cod baseball MVP Brock Wilkin didn't make it.
I've seen him at a home run.
Yeah.
To the moon. That ball just landed and walked off the Harbor Hawks. Allard sees that one fouled back away. Yeah, so Wilkin and a few other guys. So that's what happens, you know. I mean, these Team USA guys go. If they don't make the travel roster, then you might as well go back to your Cape League team. So 4 or 5 or 6 or 10 or however many of those guys would come back in the next couple of weeks. And even more, there are guys who didn't go to Cape Cod expecting to be Team USA as the 0-1 is skied foul, who will return and make their Cape Cod League appearances.
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible opportunity for these young players if they do make the team with Team USA, and the talent level there is just full of future MLB players.
Yeah.
You look at the alumni that have played for Team USA and the caliber of players that are over there now, it's essentially MVPs from every conference just coming together.
The 0-2 to Rocafort. That one's hit right back at Dom Patelli. Tests the glove again. The throw from Patelli is in time to get the out. Dominique Patelli flashed the arm across the diamond and sits down Carson Rocafort, who's now 0 for 5 today.
I mean, Dom Patelli's arm strength's on another level. Look where he is when he throws that ball. He's in the hole at shortstop and fires it on a line to get the out at first base. That is a close play, but one that's going to go down as a 6-3 putout.
Matt Shaw will come to the dish. Pitch he sees. There's a called strike. Also, Rocafort's 0 for 4.
That's a tough day.
Yeah, I didn't want to give him 0 for 5. Was a bit of a stretch. Allard has set down the first 2 he's seen. There's a called strike. Can we not tie?
Yeah.
I'd like to make a specific request that the Harbor Hawks do anything but tie tonight.
As much as I like getting a point in a win, getting a point in a tie.
Hello, Dom Patelli. And goodbye, Brennan Malone. Dom Patelli, all 3 outs in the top of the 8th are recorded by the shortstop for the Harbor Hawks. Have a day defensively. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Hyannis has 6 more outs to work with, and they just need 1 run on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
If you live here, fun is your thing. If you live here, tough is your thing. Smart is your thing. Caring is your thing. If you live in Massachusetts, community is your thing. Since 1972, the Massachusetts State Lottery has provided over $25 billion to help cities and towns with the things they need most. If you live here, giving is your thing.
A brilliant idea starts at the source. Through innovative design, we're taking steps to create a better future. Now, the pure fresh taste of Dasani comes in a redesigned bottle, up to 30% made from plants, and as always, it's 100% recyclable. Plant bottle, designed to make a difference.
Yeah, so it turns out, 10 years old, not that bad.
Not bad at all, that'll play.
A little stale, but honestly, I keep eating them. If I'm not at the ballpark tomorrow, you know why. Well, let's play baseball. Nolan Shanuel steps up to the dish. That was a view of the Tim Elstrom booth as Shanuel takes a changeup, 76 miles an hour, for a strike on the outside half of the plate. We've seen that from Berkwich a couple of times now, and it looks like it's not a true slider. There's not enough movement left to right, but it hangs out. Oh, there's a cut and a miss on a fastball, but it hangs out enough to be a solid changeup from what he deals.
Yeah, really tough on lefties, too. Lefty-lefty's always harder to hit a changeup like that kind of dips off the plate.
The 0-2 to Nolan. That one's in the dirt in the right-handed batter's box.
77. He's got good difference. Even though he's sitting 88 on the fastball, when you drop it down to 77, 76 on the breaking ball, that fastball looks much quicker.
Pretty solid. Shanuel fouls that one off, stays alive in his at-bat. Nolan Shanuel is 2 for 2 today. Have a day, big guy, out of Florida Atlantic University. He's batting .257 this season now. We saw him hovering in the 190s for a while. He's finally breaking out. The 1-2 to Shanuel. Shanuel rips that one to left field. It's going right into the glove of the left fielder, Malone. Got a really solid piece of contact there. You just got to hit it where they ain't.
Well, he's 2 for 3 now on the day after that out, and all 3 of his swings have been really good that he's put the ball in play on, and it just continues for Shanuel. 5 straight games with a hit, even though that one's an out. It's just a great sign to see the guy who the front office here called the guy of the team to really start coming around with his bat, with his swing.
He was the one that the fringe Team USA guy they were really worried about as coming to the plate and taking strike one as Cole McConnell. And McConnell is, I'll say this, look, you can't give the guy a I'm not going to give a free pass here.
Yeah.
Cole, the strikeouts have been something that they've wanted to break down as that one's in the dirt for Cole all season long. But at the same time, boy, that outside strike, it's 2-3 inches off the plate. You see it called a strike a lot here on Cape Cod. Has been his kryptonite, and really, honestly, it's not a true strike once you get to the big leagues, as that one is skied into center field, nearing no man's land, but Shaw has still got room to catch it.
Yeah, and just to hit on that, it's a pitch that may not be a strike, but they've called it all season long, and it seems like the scouting report against McConnell now, team to team, has been outside fastball, and he's not going to be able to touch it. He's struggled to reach that pitch with the bat and hasn't really gone after it a ton. So, maybe something that the teams are kind of sharing within each other or not within each other, but their scouting departments are all picking up on it.
But we've seen it consistently called as Jacob Campbell comes the dish. Campbell out of Illinois, fighting Illini, does the catching for the Harbor Hawks. Every other night, Pancho Ruiz shares that duty as Campbell goes high, deep to center field, drifting near the warning track and making a pretty easy grab relatively as Roccaforte to retire the Harbor Hawks here in the 8th. Well, if you like offense, you've had a miserable night. It is 1-1 as we go to the top of the 9th on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network, and Hyannis tries to hold Bourne at bay. We're going to take it down to the baseline to our own Bria Lawson.
Thanks, guys. I'm alongside Austin Strickland from Kentucky, who's making his start tomorrow. Austin, you play on the Harbor Hawks with Magdal Cotto, who's also from Kentucky. What's it like going straight from college ball to summer ball and playing with the same teammates?
It's a lot of fun. There's definitely some familiarity there. So when you come into a new place and you got somebody who you know and somebody who knows you, it's pretty cool to be here with Mag, and I couldn't ask for somebody better to be up here in Hyannis with.
Well, speaking of Mag, he's right here. Jumping into the shot a little late, but that's okay. Mag, what's it like playing alongside Austin?
It's a surprise. You never know what you're going to get every single day. So he always keeps me on my toes, but we get along pretty well.
Now, you guys are definitely some of the more energy bringers in the dugout. What are the vibes like in the bullpen and the dugout day in and day out?
Yeah, I think we have a good time.
Yeah, the bullpen's pretty chill. I feel like the dugout has a little more energy sometimes.
Yeah, I'd say the dugout can definitely get a little rowdy, especially since we're a little closer to the action. But
I think the bullpen sometimes when Tito's out in left field.
Yeah,
that's
we like
when
to
it
cheer
gets
on our
rowdy.
guys.
We like to cheer Tito on and Phil. Yeah,
it's a good time.
It is.
All right, well, thank you so much, guys. Back to you in the booth.
Thank you, Bria, and a great look at Mag Del Cotto and Austin Strickland. We've got another appearance for Jordy Allard, and see him throw here in the top of the ninth.
Jordy Allard in that game in Falmouth when he pitched, 12 for 12 on strikes. Jordy Allard tonight, 8 for 8 on strikes so far, on pitches thrown to strikes. This guy throws strikes.
What's that
ratio? That is what he does. Well, 8 for 8.
Simplifies?
4 for 4. Oh, 4 for 4 is 100%. So that
4
makes
for
sense.
4?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, so it simplifies down, then you get it easier. Yeah.
When's the last? Oh, the last. Okay, here it is.
Well,
here it
speaking
is.
of 4 for 4.
The last time Jordy Allard threw a ball, I was a junior in high school. Won't change now. Swing and a miss. Jordy Allard just doesn't do that thing where he throws it outside of the zone very much.
Is it already 0-2? Did we miss a pitch?
No, yeah, we missed a pitch.
Oh, I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. 0-1. No, we didn't miss a pitch. This is the scoreboard.
Oh, so it should be 1-1,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No, yeah. Well, it's a shame. The scoreboard room is 2 over from us. Otherwise, we could communicate that with the guys, and they'd probably change it.
Hey, they're getting real close to pitching a perfect game on that scoreboard. It was only done once all season by George.
George.
You've done it this year?
We've seen. There's one. Sky to left field. That is what they call a can of corn, as Dominique Patel has recorded his 4th straight out. You think Jordy Allard goes and buys Dominique Patel a drink after the game?
Yeah.
Dr. Pepper, that is. Or,
a hot coffee.
Dasani, a Coke, if you will. That's not Dom Patel that likes coffee. It's Mitch Jebb,
No,
actually.
we've already discussed this. And you know that, too.
I think it's Mitch Jebb.
He said it into our mic in YD, Dom Patel.
He did do that. We did play around with that a little bit, didn't we? Some say too much. Some are wrong. That pitch is fouled right back. Strike 1 on Evan Slate. Well, it's 8:21 local time. So if you got plans at 9, you're going to make those. The 0-1. Right back to Jordy Allard. Hello, Jordy. Boom. He hasn't thrown a ball yet, has he?
He threw 1.
Oh.
Yeah.
Brutal.
I know.
Moment in history.
12 for 13.
You will never forget where you were.
I was right here, believe it or not. Right in this comfortable cushion chair.
Can't prove that. 2 down, top of the 9th. Unless Bourne is able to do something, they will. The best they could play for is a tie. There's a. Okay, all right. That's okay. Everybody blinks. Sometimes we blink for prolonged periods of time.
Yeah.
It is a called ball.
Riku Nishida at second base,
Yes,
defensive
he is doing that,
replacement.
isn't he? There's a ball inside.
Just forgot to mention that.
Jordy Allard throwing 2 balls here.
That's not good.
Doesn't
We've
happen
jinxed
very
it.
often. Doesn't happen very often. Now the 2-0 from Allard. That one's laced to left field, but foul and into the bushes.
Well, the whole arm barn is standing up for the Hawks because they're ready to come to the dugout.
Yeah.
Because they won't be needed if Jordy Allard gets one more out.
Pitching today for the Harbor Hawks has been impeccable. What's new? 2-0. 2-1 from Allard. There's a called strike. 2-2.
This guy just throws strikes. I mean, he is incredible.
Baumeister went 5 innings of 1 hit work, 4 hit work, 1 earned run work. Ethan Hammerberg goes 2 innings of 2 hit work, and then Jordy Allard has been fantastic, 1 2/3, 8 strikeouts for the Harbor Hawks today in total on the season. They've been striking out guys a pretty good amount. They're 4th in the league, 191. As that one's cut on and missed. I said good morning. There's an afternoon and a good night. Back to the dugout goes Hensler. And to the plate come the Harbor Hawks in the bottom of the 9th. They need literally 1 run, just one of those. 1 run, ball game, or it's a tie on the Harbor Hawk Baseball Network.
Gannon's Tavern is the home of incredible wings, handcrafted cocktails, ice-cold beer, and Keno. Their innovative tavern menu features seafood, great sandwiches, steaks grilled to perfection, and stunning specialty dishes. There's no better place to watch your favorite New England pro football team than Gannon's Tavern, in their large bar or outside on their covered deck, complete with TV and sound. Gannon's Tavern, 959 Burses Way, Hyannis. Like them on Facebook and Instagram.
See you soon at Gannon's Tavern.
So then I said, it's the bottom of the ninth. You got to score one run, and they went out and they did it. And we're back on the Harbor Rock Baseball Network. Drake Toll and Austin Dakuda. See if they can replicate that right now. As
they still got to deal with Berkowitz, the guy who pumps 88, and as we know, 88 to the Harbor Hawks.
Yeah, from a lefty. Can't touch it. Cannot touch it. Speaking of, remember Santucci?
Yeah, that was the guy from Harwich, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Also back from Team USA. Didn't make the travel roster.
Well, Harwich was what now, 6-12 or something?
Yeah.
Towards
they got some stuff to make up. Hello.
Yeah.
Look at this guy. Riku Nishida out of the left-handed batter's box is going to step into the plate.
That's what you want leading off the inning, huh?
Yeah, Frick has not seen anybody quite like Riku Nishida, who steps on the plate. He doesn't step on it. He cleans it off. He stomps it. Take a couple steps there. Now, look, this is the best view you all at home have gotten of Riku Nishida's antics all season, and they are spectacular. Berkowitz deals. Nishida skies out into left field. No room to make the play. Was Malone in fair territory? Was Riku Nishida's at second base?
He dropped the ball.
Oh my gosh.
He just dropped the ball.
One of the easiest plays that we've seen. That's a play that you stop looking at it.
Yeah.
That's a play that you stop watching because Malone is just ready for the baseball to be in his glove, and Brennan Malone let the ball drop. He was still in fair territory.
It came out of his glove. He just dropped it.
Yeah, Malone's in fair territory when he touched it. Riku Nishida's at second base. That ball drops in foul territory, but Malone was
right
squarely fair, and holy, now comes up Dominique Patel.
Wow.
Okay. Patel watches a ball outside. Listen to the dugout roar.
They are expecting a bunt here. You got the third baseman pecking on the grass. You have Britta way in on the grass.
Hello.
And if you can bunt Riku over, you are 90 feet away from a win.
Hello. Dom is ahead 1-0 in the count on Berkowitz. The entire infield is in. Dom bunts it down the left side, and it's going to stay foul. Good, a beautiful bunt.
Yeah.
It was about 3 feet to the right. Beautiful bunt for what you're trying to do, and that's just move Riku to third.
Right.
What an error from Brennan Malone. The third error of the game for Bourne, by the way. Bourne's fielding this season. They are 9th in the league, 23 errors. So that has plagued them all season long. Hyannis is only 3rd in the league. That has not been an issue for them, especially as of late. And right now, that error just put the game-winning run 180 feet away. The 1-1 from Berkowitz to Dom Patel. This just got serious.
Yeah. Hope you're ready.
Patel shows bunt, pulls back, called ball. Ooh. Bourne Braves did not like it. Here's some chatter from the dugout, from both dugouts, that is. They thought that was an obvious strike. And Dom Patel has taken his second ball. It's now 2-1. Berkowitz, the lefty on lefty matchup. Patel watches a ball low.
Man.
At this point, if Dom Patel gets on, Patel gives way to Philip Matulia, but there's a pinch hitter in Rocco Pepe.
Now, Drake, they
have
a right-hander warming up. I wonder if the Hawks maybe jumped the gun on the pinch hitter too soon.
Yeah. A 3-1 now from Berkowitz to Patel. Patel swings and misses at a ball that was at the numbers, likely ball 4.
Yeah. It's a tough one to go after on 3-1 now.
Yeah.
Full count, you got to put the ball in play here, hopefully to the right side to move that runner Riku over.
The entire dugout is up on the fence. The payoff pitch to Dom Patel is a big one. Berkowitz eyes Nishida, comes home. Patel cracks that one foul, much to the liking of the Harbor Hawk dugout.
It's a good way to fight. It's a good breaking pitch there by Berkowitz, and now you're asking him to come back here again on 3-2 and find the zone. Patel has to protect, but you don't want to go down chasing something outside the zone.
You ever heard the term heart attack Hawks?
Oh, it's come up about a dozen times already this year.
Well, here we are again. The 3-2. from Berkowitz to Dom Patel. Riku Nishida goes. Oh, and he would have been safe. And Riku Nishida would have been safe at third base, but Patel swung smartly. That was a ball in the strike zone.
Yeah.
And in the end, if that's a hot shot to anybody on the infield and they catch it, that's a double play.
So, yeah, he probably would have been safe on a stolen base, but a risky play by Riku because you're in danger of that being a double play. That's such a dangerous play.
Well, another payoff pitch. Patel swings and misses at a ball in the dirt in the right-handed batter's box. So Dom Patel gives away the lineup to Rocco Pepe, and you're right. The Harbor Hawks may have gone with a pinch hitter a little too soon. He's got a righty on a lefty here. Rocco Pepe's confused about something. Frick is going to come out and talk to Berkowitz. Patel is still confused. So eyeing the dugout, comes the umpire. They actually had not made the switch up until Rocco just told the home plate blue.
That's what so a lefty here, you want Rocco Pepe up to bat, that is. I was nervous because there was a righty warming in the bullpen that they might make the move, but they didn't.
Shows here, though, that Pepe was not going to bat unless Berkowitz stayed in.
Exactly, so that's fine. That's what you need. Pepe's so good against left-handed pitching, and Matulia is great against right-handed pitching, so play the matchups.
Backs up, Patel struck out, gives way to Rocco Pepe, who with a hit would win the ball game for the Harbor Hawks. Berkowitz deals a strong foul ball off the right side for Rocco Pepe. It is Riku Nishida who stands at second, maybe the fastest guy on this Harbor Hawk team. Pepe, even if he's sat down, Mitch Jebb comes up next. The 0-1 to Rocco Pepe. Berkowitz takes his time, sets, doesn't even check Nishida, comes home with it, and Pepe fouls off another. Pretty good lick at both of those balls, and Pepe's down in the count 0-2, trying to stay alive.
Yeah, just a little late on the fastballs by Pepe, but a couple of good swings, though. He's on it, just not off by much. Gotta be wary of a breaking ball here, though, on 0-2.
The 0-2 count with one down, Riku Nishida at second base. Berkowitz checks him for a second, deals home to Pepe. Rocco foul tips that in the glove of Frick. So now with 2 outs and 1 on in scoring position, Mitch Jebb comes to the plate. Let me take you back to July 4th. It was a Monday. Up came Mitch Jebb in the top of the 9th inning, needing a hit to keep the Harbor Hawks alive. And on a 2-strike count, he poked a single into left field that tied the ball game at 5 and eventually tied that game all together. In a game that was 5-3 in the 9th, Mitch Jebb saved it, and he's got another opportunity to do so here.
You got to put the ball in play. It'd be a real disappointment to see the Hawks get their leadoff man on second to start the 9th and go home empty-handed in terms of a win. You could get a tie here, which will get you a point.
First pitch to Jebb. Nishida goes. Jebb takes a strike, and Nishida is now 90 feet away. Doesn't change too much.
Well, it changes
you know what?
It
changes everything. It really does. Right. It changes everything.
Game.
A fastball. You've seen Mitch Jebb get plenty of seeing eye singles in the infield.
Yeah.
I mean, that having Nishida there with his speed.
Well, the Hawks have walked a game off this year on a wild pitch.
Yep.
Sailed to the backstop, and you got speed on third to do it.
What do you got in you, Berkowitz? Would love to see it. The 0-1 to Jebb. That one's outside. You hear that? That's not even the Harbor Hawk fans. That's the Harbor Hawk dugout. They are into this game.
They want the win. They are sick of tying.
1-1 count. With 2 down here in the bottom of the 9th, Mitch Jebb at the plate. He played hero on Monday. Can he do it again? Jebb watches a ball outside.
Hitters count.
2-1. That was a 78-mile-an-hour breaking ball there from Berkowitz. His fastball sits 88 to 92. Jebb has the best batting average on the team, 316. He's in the leadoff spot today. The 2-1 pitch. Jebb gets a piece of that one. Foul tips it into the glove of Frick, and the count evens at 2.
It's a great pitch. Fastball just below the knee. It's going to be in the strike zone today, and a pitch you have to go after, but really tough to do anything with. And if you're Mitch Jebb, got to protect here.
Harbor Hawks are down to their last strike here. The game-winning run stands 90 feet away in Riku Nishida. The 2-2 from Berkowitz to Mitch Jebb. Deals home. Jebb fouls that one off and out of play to the left side.
It's a good swing to protect there. It's a tough pitch to get around on, and Mitch Jebb stays alive. Drake, I mean, back to the breaking ball here, I think.
Yeah, and we've seen plenty of 10, 12 pitch Mitch Jebb at-bats.
You don't strike out very often.
For the sake of my aortas, I would like to avoid that here.
Yeah. We've tied a few too many times this year.
No, far too many. Now the 2-2 to Jebb. Berkowitz is going to give him another. Jebb has that caught by Peck. What a play defensively at the hot corner by John Peck to dive and make that catch. He retires Riku Nishida 90 feet away, and the Harbor Hawks have not lost more than once in their last 13 games.
Yeah.
But now it's tie after tie after tie, but it gives you a point.
A point is a point, so that's a good thing. In the end of the day, the Hawks pull a little bit closer to the Kettleers and stay kind of pacing that second spot in the division, which is always a good sign. You just would like to see them push that run across there in the bottom of the 9th inning, but a tie is still a point.
Tie is a point. The Harbor Hawks showed a lot of resilience late in the ball game to at least put Riku Nishida in the position he was in, stealing third base to put the winning run 90 feet away. And boy, you get a Hyannis team that comes in hot off of a 1-0-1 two-game series with YD. Hyannis will now move to 11-6-5. That's their first 22 games through the first half of the season. They will be number 2 in the league. Across the league elsewhere tonight, Katuitt and Brewster, they tied at 1. That has gone final, so both teams will snag a point. YD's on top of Falmouth. Wareham and Orleans 1-0, and Chatham on top of Harwich, so not too much is going to change after the first half of the year. And your final stat line, Hyannis, 1 hit, 5 runs, no errors. Bourne, 1 hit, 6 runs, 3 errors, and these teams have tied now for the second time this season.
Yeah.
Austin, the only thing left to do is give out the Roll-A-Bump limited player of the game.
Well, it's definitely a tough decision to make today, Drake, but there's a couple guys we could give it to, but maybe the man who started the game could be the one who receives it by the name of Jackson Baumeister.
I think so. Looking up and down Hyannis' stat line, Mitch Jebb had the opportunity. He's 2 for 5 today, so hats off to him. Nolan Shanuel was 2 for 3 with a walk added on to that. Down the line, pitching, Jackson Baumeister, Ethan Hammerberg, Jordy Allard were all really solid, and you could make the case for Allard, who came in and shut the door where Bourne, had they put up a run, would have been able to win the game. But, yeah, Baumeister goes 5 innings, 7 strikeout work. Despite that earned run, really wasn't a terrible issue.
Not at all. He had one little rough stretch in the middle of the game where he loaded the bases, worked himself out of that jam.
Yep.
7 strikeouts, no walks is a big sign of success and shows that he has settled in to his Cape Cod career.
Well, that will do it for us tonight here from McKeon Ballpark. We will see you again tomorrow night for a game that is at home again. How about
right here?
Great. It's
we'll
Wareham.
Sleep over.
We've seen them 7 times now, and Wareham comes to McKeon tomorrow. We'll see you there for Drake Toll, Austin Dakuta, our entire crew, featuring our producers, Abby Stokes, Ella Gibson, Mike Maynard, our director of broadcasting, Harrison Myers. Harbor Hawks 1, Bourne 1. Still a great day to be a Hawk. Good night.